live for UFC 325 this Saturday. Hayjive and Big Gun MMA show, episode 2. I'm looking at the title right now. I have it as episode 1. So
hey, last week was a test run. Now we iron out all the kinks. Okay, I gave out Modestus Bukauskas last week. That can't count as episode 1. Yeah, so we're ironing out the kinks this week. We're gonna get everything right.
But we might want to delete last week. Some of the takes after. Well, actually, we're gonna go through them. Right?
Let's do it.
I actually got the recap of how we did on the empty the clip, how we did on the 3-punch parlay.
Okay.
And how we did on the sicko parlays. You want to take a look? Big Gun empty the clip on Patty Pimblett.
That's a dope picture of me though, right there, bro. Look at my tats. God, if I wasn't a coward, I would have fucking been in the fucking army looking like that. Yeah, military, I should say.
PT makes you looking pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
Patty Pimblett did not get the.
He did not
check mark, but Josh Okett did. Josh Okett got it.
Good.
That was the best call I had on the entire card. I'm glad I chose it as my empty the clip. I stand by my statement that I put on Twitter. Josh Okett needs to be talked about more.
Okay.
Gable Steveson. Okay. This man's in the UFC. He's doing stuff. It might not be against the highest level of competition, but it's a higher level of competition than what Gable Stevenson's doing. So unless Gable Stevenson's finishing Denzel Freeman in the first round with a booty slap and a middle finger, let's leave him out of the equation. Shout out to Josh.
I like that take. I'm a big Gable guy. My one hurdle with Okett is I think he's phenomenal. The wrestling, the chain wrestling, the cardio, the pace looked unreal, and he wanted that finish, which I love. It's the bits, right? It's the pre-rehearsed stuff, which I get. He's doing something a little different, but like that's my only thing. But nice hit on Okett there as well. I tailed you on that. I was on Okett as well, but not my empty the clip.
I like that he just didn't give him any respect. Just mow him down.
Yeah, walk him down.
3-punch parlay was an L. Okett was the only leg that it hit. We hit the Okett leg, and then we were dead on arrival with Modi B. You got anything for the viewers after last week?
I got nothing. My apologies. What I was gonna do, I tried to film it twice. So I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I was gonna put the camera to the side and explain to them that dad gave a really bad pick out and I need you to smack me for my punishment for giving a pick out. It won't happen again. And they just really weren't connecting the way I wanted. They didn't want to hit their old dad. So I was going to send out a punishment for picking Modi B. The fact is he just did not look all that good. He looked good. He couldn't straight out his goddamn punches. There were times where I thought he could clip the old dead bag of Nikita Krylov, who apparently is not dead. He took some shots. Came back, won the fight. Bad read on my part. We'll learn from it. And obviously, we both were on Patty, which we both can agree wasn't the best game plan for old Pats. You know what I mean? I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, that's and then you hit on Okett. Okett's your boy. He's your cash cow right now.
He's the most trustworthy guy on the entire card. I mean,
100%.
Exactly what he needed to do. Get some of these chats. Am I late? Have we grilled Brian about Bukauskas?
Grill me. Chats, let me have it. I fucking deserve it. Yeah. I mean, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. I was confident. I laid the dick on the table and said, "Here's what we got."
Dead body KO Bukauskas.
He got the. It's unbelievable. I'm watching it with my buddy, and I'm like, I put a lot on Bukauskas. I mean, I bet this too. Don't get me wrong. Not only am I out here, touting this guy on the show and getting shit for people, but I bet him pretty heavily and had him in a few parlays as well as, one of my very trustworthy spots because he was fighting the dead body. But apparently Nikita Krylov is the Undertaker, and came back from the fucking grave. And he didn't look great, but then he knocked him out. Oh man, those Tom Aspinall drinks that Modi B's been drinking, he might need to up his dosage a little bit because that wasn't it. That wasn't it, babe.
The corpse came back to life, man. Trin Daddy, what's going on, Trin? Trin in the chat, Russ in the chat.
All the boys.
Big Drive Pod. We could have called it the Big Drive Pod, but
we could have, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still early. We could change it. I mean, listen, I'm flexible.
Very
Trent on a huge streak in 3PC.
Yes, sir. Spark the blunt for Modi B.
Modi B. You need to. If I smoked, I would. But if I drank, I would have been drunk on Saturday. Tanner Jones, 3PC
Tanner
winner.
Jones.
What's up, Tanner Jones?
I
We got your
slide later.
locked and loaded, bud.
I got your slide later, Tanner Jones. I don't want to go out of order, so you're gonna have to wait for it. I'm sorry.
Stick around for the show, babe. Stick around for the show.
Yeah. Let's check out the sicko parlays. Obviously,
Okay, hit again. Okay, hit again.
Okay, was the safest fucking leg, man.
Man, look at that picture of me. Holy shit.
Yeah, do you like that?
Bro, why do I look like I look like a little person? like just my proportions of my face make me look like a little person, bro. Like the little stubby fingers right here, but I seriously look like a fucking like the I look Italian, which is kind of cool. I wish I was Italian, but man, yeah, that's rough, bro. I love it though.
I mean, you look like a sicko.
Yes, I mean you're a fucking sicko, you know.
We gun Petrie.
We gonna be? I look like a little person in that picture. I mean, what is happening? That's so funny.
Well, mine's not much better.
Nah,
My sicko parlay actually went 2 for 3, and fucking Umar Nurmagomedov. Come on, bud. Show me something out there, right?
I
Show
know.
me something. Mine is 1,600. You know,
He did nothing. He passed the guard in the final 2 minutes of the third round. Like, what are we doing?
show me something. Show me some type of urgency. Act like you
Yeah.
want to be there. You know,
Right.
like because Davison clearly doesn't want to be there. So act like you want to be there. Go out
Right.
there and do something. I need you to get a little bit of action going. Give me some life. It was dead after that. Didn't even matter that O'Malley got the decision. But
Right,
yeah, wasn't that
2 for
bad?
3.
Sicko.
No, you
Sick,
almost
I
get
mean-
18, almost 19-1, and you're one leg off from
Yeah.
a guy that should have finished. I mean, let's be honest, right? A lot of people had that same read. He should have finished. He was a 38-year-old guy who missed weight. What are we
Should've.
doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing? I don't know. Giving zombie James Krause vibes. Yeah, I don't know why they made my eyes look like that, but they did.
Yeah, little zombie James Krause. I can see that. Yeah.
I could definitely see it. Looking like a zombie. Hayjive, I'm riding with Hokit he's laid heavy chalk on him. Only reason I'm in the profit this card. There you go, brother.
Nice. There you go.
Empty
Sometimes
the
it
clip.
only takes us one.
Sometimes you just gotta empty it.
That's
Let it
right.
fly. Umar's so not impressive last Saturday, and now Habib gonna say he deserves the shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really think
Umar was like, I just want to stay active. Like, I think Umar even knew, like, they're not going to give it to me. You know, they're going to give it to Marab or Sean, probably Marab. According to Peter Jan, is Marab's getting it. And Umar's like, I just keep me active. If I was Sean O'Malley, I would not fight Umar Nurmagomedov. You know, I would, if I was Sean, I'd be like, I'm sitting out for the for the title.
Yeah.
But if Marab beats Jan, they got to run it back a third time. And then there's no way Sean's fighting Marab a third time being 0-2. So a lot of things will work out here for old Sugar.
I think Umar's gonna try to strike when one of them is like fresh off of a fight. You know, like
Sure.
if Jan fights Marab again, he's gonna be like, "Yo, give me Jan in like 2 months. You know,
Right.
make him have a quick turnaround type of thing."
And it would be right after Ramadan where he sits for 3 months and
Yeah.
then goes, hey, what were we waiting for? I'm ready to fight now. Well, you wouldn't fight for 3 months. So
Right after
Yeah, you're
Ramadan, where he's just filled with the spirit and just ready to fucking go. You know,
yep,
I'm seeing it coming.
that's a good prediction.
I'm pretty sure we don't have anything left to recap, but I do want to say we got a big fucking card this Saturday, man.
Another
Go
number of bet.
back-to-back numbered events. And I could not be more excited for everyone in the chat to join us tonight as we break down these fights. Big Gun, I didn't talk to you about the road to UFC.
Yes,
I don't know. Did you cap those or no?
yes,
You did. Okay.
yes, of course.
Good. I know a lot of people are not doing them. We're fucking doing them, bro.
Yeah, we're doing them. We're
We're not
doing
going to leave out 4 fights of the entire card. Like,
them. No.
come
If it
on.
was like 2 fights, I mean, I still would have capped them, but if like 2 fights, I can see people skipping it. But we got 4 leading off the card. I mean, you know what I mean? We got to do it. Some, I think, entertaining fights as well if they shape up the way they should shape up.
You ever done a cig, big BP?
No, so I have never smoked a cigarette a day in my life. Never tried it. I was so My mother, my father, both my older sisters, most of all my friends growing up smoked cigarettes at a young age, at like 12, 13. I never once tried it. It always repulsed me. Never was. And I smoked weed a couple times in high school. Wasn't my thing. And I stopped drinking when I was like 25 just because it made me sick. So I'm pretty boring. I'm just a boring fucking dude. That's all it is.
Yeah. I've never done a cig either. It's a little bit of a flex.
You're an athlete though, bro. You were an athlete throughout high school and then college. So I can see why. Yeah.
Never been that much of an appeal to me, but
No,
how do you say we go over these rankings, 3PC rankings?
I mean, I'm ahead of you, bro. Oh, you're ahead of me? God dang. You're 13, 9-2, plus 1.5.
Card?
Oh, I'm in the negative. My boy Jake McElfresh. I picked the entire card, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Jake McElfresh is Cincinnati boy is right ahead of me.
It's the thing I didn't realize, that you don't have to pick the entire card.
You don't. No.
I already picked the entire card, but I was like, yeah, I guess I could just like pick and choose. But
correct. You picked the entire card, so I did. Yeah. I was thinking about maybe just picking. I mean, listen, I would have went heavy on Modestas Bukauskas anyway, and Patty P. So I would have lost. I could have been 0-2 for the weekend. But I saw you pick the card, so I'm like, I'm picking it too. The whole fucking thing, the whole McGillicuddy. Sullivan's still rocking the top spot with the units. Trindade killing it as well. Tanner Jones obviously won the contest last weekend. Some sharps, bub.
Trindade.
Vince MMA down there as well at 9-2.
Yeah, I mean, we got some pretty good pickers, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of people, there was a lot of big favorites. I mean, you know, I feel like my 9-2 doesn't really write that much. I only went up 1.51 units. Like,
right.
Not going to change your life type of thing. Going 9-2, you would think you'd make more money. But with the favorites, you know, you're not going to make as much money picking them correctly. But what do you say? Should we hop into the fights?
Get into it, brah.
12 minutes in. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're going to go through all the fights now. And then at the end, we got the Empty the Clip segment, the 3-punch parlay, and the sicko parlay. And somewhere in the middle, we're going to go over the giveaway this week for 3PC. Let's start with the first fight of the night. We got a flyweight title bout for the road to UFC. Aaron Toe coming in at plus 105, taking on Namsrai Bayar, sitting at minus 125. Both men with one loss on the record, and both of them have lost to a UFC fighter. Aaron Toe lost to Elijah Smith on the Contender Series. Bayar lost to Naim Jargal Tumendembaral.
Hell of a name.
Has anyone pronounced it as good as me?
No.
I see everyone try to pronounce it. I'm like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. I think that's the autism in me.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at pronouncing names, all right? Naim Jargal Tumendembaral. Submitted this guy, I believe it was in round 2, and that was a couple years ago. Both Mongolian, and now he trains with Naim Jargal Tumendembaral. So this is going to be a scrap, man. This is going to be a scrap. It's going to be a good way to start the night because neither guy likes to take a back step. They want to be coming forward. They want to be throwing hands. And Bayar will mix in some grappling here, but it's not grappling to, you know, lay in your guard and sniff the crotch. He's trying to finish you on the ground. So they got the over-under chalk to the under here. And I could see that happening. But at the end of the day, both guys are pretty tough too. Yeah. You know, Aaron Toe is 32 years of age, but you see that tattoo on the face, you know, you don't want to fucking mess with that.
Easy, bro. That ain't easy to sit through that. Ah, damn.
No, absolutely not. What are you thinking here, BP?
Yeah, I love this fight. I actually think this would be a really good fight. Both these guys on the road to contenders, they kind of they both have a finish and they both have a war. And they've proven that there are front foot kind of guys, not taking a back step. I'll take a shot to give a shot. By Bayar, though, I think he hits a little heavy. I do. I think he plants his feet, and when he hurts guys, he fucking hurts them. Aaron Toe, this guy's been around for a while. He's been kind of bubbling for a little bit. He's a city kickboxing guy. I remember years ago, Dan Hooker kind of put him on. He obviously had the shot of the Contender Series. Didn't work out. He lost the decision to Smith. He just kind of got out wrestled a little bit. But he was right there with the striking. It was a competitiveness fight. He just obviously got out grappled. Here, I don't think you guys got to worry about that. I think Bayar does maybe have a little bit of a grappling edge, but they're both going to come forward. They're both going to land heavy strikes. And I like Bayar. Mongolian dudes are fucking built different, dude. This guy's got a chin on him. He's got power. This should be a real good slugfest to start tonight. I think it's going to be a close fight. I would think I would take the over, and I would take the winner by by decision. Bot by Ours, who I'm leaning, minus 125. Admittedly, I haven't fully taped these guys yet because I got clip hits and highlights of the season they were on, so I haven't seen the full fights yet. I'm going to do that before I obviously load up come Saturday. But for right now, where we're sitting, I like Bot by Ours, minus 125, low number, big power from Mongolia. What else does need to be said? Dude's going to get it done.
Yeah, I think he could hit a little club and sub. But
okay.
I don't know, man. Like, I think they're both live to finish early, but as the fight progresses, I feel like Toe might start to separate a little bit.
Okay.
He's got a little bit better of a gas tank, a little bit better of a experience level of competition, stuff like that. Not that he's fought like some amazing, level of competition, but yeah, I think his training room is probably a little bit better training at CKB, than Bot Bayar. So I did pick Bot Bayar, but it was the least confident pick on the entire card for me. I think it's just going to be a fun scrap. I don't really want anything to do with it as far as a betting angle goes. But if you like Bot Bayar, I would be probably looking for that finish, maybe a submission. Aaron Toe comes straight.
Max, yeah.
Ad Max Pizza Hut as mediocre pizza.
But wings are legit. I've never had Pizza Hut wings. Let me tell you something about that tattoo that Toe's got. That's not done by a gun. That's hammered into his fucking face with like a stick. That's like that tribal shit that they do. Like a lot of guys have it on their legs and their upper torsos from like New Zealand and whatnot. That had to have been so goddamn painful. Like, I have several tattoos. Hayden, you do too. Anybody tells you tattoos don't hurt are full of shit. And I just can't even imagine fucking getting it done like right through here with fucking shit. So guys, next level tough. Face tattoos don't mean you can fight. I'm just saying he's next level tough. This should be a barn burner though. This should be a fucking scrap.
I'm excited for it. All right, moving on. Let's go to the bantamweight title out of the road to the UFC. We got Sulang Rangbo coming in at minus 260, taking on Lawrence Liu, sitting at plus 220. Lawrence Liu 7-1. Sulang Rangbo 10-3. Only 20 years of age for the 5'9" striker, taking on the 5'7", 72-inch reach, Lawrence Liu. I'm excited for this one, BP, because I got high hopes for Sulang Rangbo.
Yeah, me too.
This guy's going to be good. I think this guy's going to be a force to be reckoned with if he continues, making strides, because he's only 20. He's got 13 professional fights. He's one of these Enbo Fight Club guys from Sichuan, China, where they're basically orphans, and then they train them from a very young age if they, show some decent level of athleticism. And so he's been training for a very long time, and they start him young in their professional career. So he picked up a couple of losses. I think he started 1-3 in his professional record, and now he's, raked off 9 wins in a row. KO win in the first round of the road UFC, and then a decision win his second time out. But I was actually glad to see him win a decision, because I didn't know how he would do as the fight extends against a decent level of competition. And the guy that he was facing was mainly a wrestler, and he never really came close to finding a takedown on him. And I'm looking at Lawrence Liu, watching his tape. I'm like, this guy just does not look like a natural striker. It doesn't look like a natural MMA fighter. You can tell he's, pretty physical, but I think he's going to struggle getting his hands on Sulang Rangbo, because Rangbo's just going to be a lot faster. I think he's going to hit him with some counter shots. And if Lawrence Liu is shooting takedowns from a long way out, it's just not going to go well for him. So I like Rangbo here to get it done. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Sulang Rangbo, what a fucking dope name, right? I mean, it almost sounds like Rambo, which is fucking just badass, right? Yeah. And Lawrence Liu, coming from, I think you believe he is an Australian city kickboxing guy, maybe New Zealand, can't remember. Either way, guy gets dropped a lot, gets hit a lot, gets put down a lot. He got put down 3 times in his 2 fights in the Contender Series, twice in 1 fight. Yes, he won both fights. He gets back up, but he's got that long neck, he's not really the tall man here, but he's got that tall man defense, almost like a Paddy Pimblett, where he keeps that fucking chin up in the air. And Rangbo, I'm going to call him Rambo at this point. Clean striking, crispy hands on this young man, crispy hands. Just like Trent said, this is something I was going to point out as well. He's been 3 rounds. He hasn't had to go out there and knock everyone out, and doesn't know what it's like to go second and third. This kid's a young kid, yes, but he's got some pop. He's going to hurt Lawrence Liu in this fight. Hopefully he can get a finish. He's proven to have that cardio, and where he comes from with his life story, those kids are literally, they're like, you want a place to stay? You're going to be a fighter. That is insanity. That doesn't get talked about enough. Yeah, I like So Long Rambo. Big here, -260 doesn't scare me. This could be a good parlay piece. The more I tape studied him, this was all done today, by the way, on the road to the UFC. I was watching all morning and whatnot, and this kid really stood out to me. Like really, really crispy striking, and for how young he is, only going to get better. And again, Lawrence Liu, hittable. He gets dropped a lot. He sees the canvas a lot. Yeah, it's So Long Rambo all day, baby. So there's someone to comment in the chat. Tags Rambo or So Long by KO. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, KO. We're not overthinking anything. That's KO. There it is. There
I
it
like
is.
it as well.
Not overthinking it.
Lawrence Liu trains at City Kickboxing, but if you told me he trained under the Ben Askren striking realm, like I would believe
it's rough.
It's rough.
It's not clean at all.
Rough.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, he gets hit because he walks at you with his hands in front of his face. Because they're like, dude, you got to keep your fucking hands up. Otherwise,
keep your hands up. And he, instead of like keeping his hands up here, like any kind of technical stuff, he's like, yeah, they said keep my hands up. Like, brother. Yeah.
Like the first time you spar and you're like,
yeah, I just don't want to get hit.
Like,
I love when people spar for the first time and they're hunched over. They don't know how to stand anymore. And they're just like this. And you're like, how are you going to throw a punch? Like, the idea is not to get hit, but it's also to hit somebody. What are you doing? It's so good, dude.
Yeah, I see the shots wrapping around the guard, going up with the uppercut. That uppercut Rambo hit on the first round of Contender Series, that KO on Daniso.
Beautiful.
I could see that again. So
yeah.
I'm sure Lou is probably going to be trying to shoot some takedowns. So I like Rambo this week. Let's move it on to the featherweight title bout. We got Kaishiro Nakamura taking on Sebastian Saleh. Saleh coming in at -130. Nakamura comes in at +110. The 7-1 Kaishiro had a nice KO first round of the Contender Series. Comes back, wins a decision against a pretty solid opposition. Sebastian Saleh goes to decision his first time in the quarterfinals, and in the semifinals, he finds an early round 1 KO. I think this is going to be a really good fight. I think both guys are UFC level, but only one of them can win this fight. Who you got, BP?
Yeah, so I'm a sucker for Japanese MMA. I just am. I'm an old school kid. I grew up with the Pride days, and I love when Japanese MMA. It's starting to turn around. Obviously, we have some real prospects. For a while there is dead. Nakamura looks pretty good. Looks good, and this is a good matchup for him, I think. Here, Sebastian, his nickname Seb. He just doesn't do anything great for me. He's very slow on the feet. He throws a lot of kicks. He spins a lot, but he doesn't really spin with a ton of purpose. He's got an okay wheel kick. He's got an okay lead head kick. But I think Nakamura can take advantage on the ground. I think he can take advantage standing as well. I think his aggressiveness and his overall power is going to lead him here. I mean, Nakamura, his offensive wrestling is decent. His defensive wrestling needs work, but I don't think Seb is going to come in there and want to really wrestle. I think he's going to want to try to point fight. He's going to want to stay on the outside. He's going to land those kicks, land those hands when he can, get Nakamura frustrated. But plus money on Nakamura, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take the aggressive guy here. Hopefully going to clip Seb, who I do think is hittable. I think his hands are pretty slow. Kicks are above his hands at this point. And again, another Australian guy coming in. I don't know where he trains with. Is this the Compton kid that trains with Steve Compton? Either way, I like Nakamura here. I think Nakamura is going to get it done. I would love a finish. Don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe later in the week I'll decide on a finish. But yeah, give me Nakamura.
Yeah, Saleh fights out of Perth.
Perth, yeah. And he doesn't fight out of scrappy MMA, which is where Steve Ursig is. It's like, how big's Perth that they got all these fucking gyms, bro? Like, what we doing?
I mean, they got scrappy. They got Volk's gym was just freestyle, I think. And then
Madalena, he comes out of scrappy, right?
Scrappy, yeah. They say Saleh fights out of Luistro Combat Academy, which I also think is where Quillen Salkild fights out of.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Solid gym, solid fighter. I watch him fight and I'm thinking he reminds me a lot of Volkanovski. It's just the way that he's built and kind of footwork, and he's going to stay at range, use his footwork to hit you and then get out of there. He's facing a longer, taller striker as well. And I think this is going to be mainly a striking match. I don't really see any wrestling. I think if anything, Saleh might try to wrestle, but I don't know that he's going to have a ton of success with it. And I've always been a big Japanese guy as well.
Yeah.
But that's
I like
got
him.
me bit in the ass a lot of times.
100%, brother.
A lot of
100%.
times. And I'm telling you right now, if Kaishiro Nakamura was like Chinese or South Korean, like I would have already bet him. But the fact that he's Japanese, like I just
get it.
know that's about it. It's gonna blow up in my face. So
I get it.
I want to. I really do. I picked Nakamura to win, and I want to bet on him because he's the underdog here, and I think it's going to be a striking match. And he's longer, and he's a good striker. They say that he's modeled his striking stance from like Conor McGregor, which I don't know if it's completely like that.
Which Conor McGregor though, like long stance, karate, 145 Conor, or when he came back from the Mayweather Conor, which one we lean in here?
Probably vintage Conor.
I hope so.
He doesn't have quite the like speed and snap, but he is long, and I think he's going to be able to compete on the feet. I like that he went to decision his last time against a tough veteran, I would say. I forget the guy's name. I think it was Kaiwan Lee or something. Tough guy. And he went to decision and didn't really look like he had any cardio issues. So I think it's Nakamura, man. I mean, Soleil, you get all the finishing upside with Nakamura, and then Soleil, he's been to like some close decisions. The only fight that he lost, I think, was a split decision. But a lot of the fights that I've seen on the regional scene, like they're pretty close. He's not really like separated himself.
That's what I noticed too. He's not pulling away enough. And I think a close fight, Nakamura doing damage in the UFC. Yeah. I mean, the ball can bounce his way again. Not saying that. That's why the number's so low. But I like plus money, babe.
I do too. Shawnee 719 with the new membership.
Shawnee, what's up, bub? Congratulations. 719. Don't know the area code, but shout out 719.
Shout out Shawnee. Why is Nakamura not the favorite when he has a way better record? It doesn't have a way better record.
I think he's fought maybe like his last fight was a good competition against the dude with the tattoos covered all over his body.
Perth MMA fighters fighting Crocs as side quests. True. Probably true.
Perth guys like
Pat?
UFC Pat, what's up, baby? What's up?
Yeah, give me Nakamura. I wouldn't mind a little shot on like a KO if the number's nice, but Soleil is tough, so maybe it's going to be a decision. Moving on. The final road to UFC title bout we got. Sang-Woo Kim taking on Dam Mar Fan. Fan comes in at -150. Kim +130. This is also going to be a good fight. If you're sleeping on these road to UFC fights, like you're missing out, man. These are some good fights.
They really are.
Real good fights. Kim comes in 13-3, 4-1 in the last 5, 32 years of age. So he is the much older fighter in this matchup, but with age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes strength. Dam Mar Fan, 25 years of age. I believe he trains out of the same academy, Louis Drew Academy in Australia, or no, it's Team Compton. It's Team Compton.
That's the kid that's okay. Yeah. I knew one of them was trained by Steve Compton.
Yeah. He is from Australia, trains in Australia. They call him, this is two of the best nicknames in the entire UFC.
Hit me with it.
I mean, we got Sang-Woo Kim is what's his fucking name? I forget it.
I think I know it too, and I can't remember it either.
Frogman.
Oh, I got Frogman. Yeah, Frogman. Yeah,
Frogman for Sang-Woo Kim, and Dam Mar Fan is the street Buddha.
Whew.
I mean, come on.
Hey,
who's taking it, BP?
Man, the street Buddha. He's 8-2. Those 2 losses are against Scala Kid, or who's on this card. He's undefeated in the UFC, right? So his 2 losses are against a high level guy. Like it's the only guy he's ever lost to. But his other record besides that, it's not that great. When you're in the Australian MMA world, you typically kind of fight the same people over and over again. That's why he fought Scala Kid twice. And you go and you beat who you got to beat. Sang-Woo Kim, obviously coming from North Korea, not North Korea, South Korea. He's going to have a good judo game. He's a little bit slow paced. He fights at the way he wants to fight, and he slows the fight down. Dam Mar Fan, isn't a guy that really jumps off the page to me either. He's well trained. He's well schooled. He obviously has those 2 losses where I think maybe he just got the better of him in those fights. He's got a long reach here at 75, which being the shorter guy, 4-inch reach is nasty here. I think it's gonna be a close fight. I literally wrote down decision. I probably won't play a money line in this fight. I'll definitely dig into the props. I'm gonna go Kim though. I'm gonna go Kim at +130. I don't think Dam Mar Fan should be that big of a favorite. If I'm being honest with you, I think he's just an okay guy, and I think Sang-Woo Kim can get it done. He looked pretty good on the Contender Series as well, road to the UFC with 2 finishes. So give me the Korean. And I saw Trig Nasty wrote not Trindaddy. I think she's a female. Trig Nasty wrote 1738. Yeah, baby. Whatever that. Who sings that? Who's 1738?
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. There you go. Yeah, the one-eyed man. 1738. Yeah, give me Kim. South Korea, not North Korea. I apologize. I said North Korea. Imagine if there's a North Korean fighter and he looks exactly like the dictator with the bowl cut and everything. He shit his pants in the octagon. Yeah, give me Kim though, bub.
Yeah, I gotta agree, but I'm not like super.
I'm not running to anything. Yeah.
Nobody is.
If someone texts me like, yo, who do you got on the road to UFC? Like, that would never happen. But if one of my friends texts me, you got the road to UFC, I'm not giving Kim out like as my first play. But again, I do like him in this spot.
I do too. I think he kind of reminds me of Anthony Hernandez in the way that he fights, where he's trying to drag you into bad spots, but he also puts himself into bad spots early because he's so aggressive. I think Donmar Fan probably wins round one because Fan's got good takedowns. Kim, to me, I don't really think he has like elite takedowns. I just think he likes to bully you and then drag you down. So I think Fan might get on top, but then Kim's going to scramble out or make him work. And then that's just kind of Kim's MO. He just wants to make you work and wear you down. I don't know that he's going to be able to finish him, but I will say I think Kim probably does the better work as the fight progresses. So I think it's a close fight. I do side with the slight dog in Sang-Woo Kim, but I wouldn't mind like either fighter wins by sub or something, like a fight ends by sub, because I think it's just going to be a grappling match.
I do too. Yeah, scrambles.
Kim's got some good submissions. Fan's got some good submissions, but he's also been submitted twice. Granted, it is to Sal Kill, but I mean, Kim can take your back too. Like it's not like he's not a good grappler. So, we'll see. But this is one of the road to UFC fights that I think is kind of a toss up. Kind of comparing that to the first one that we broke down. I don't trust a man with a woman's name, Kim. I mean, that's a lot of fucking South Koreans, bro.
That's Smith over here, bro. Like, I asked my buddy this. Do you think there's more? Because like in India has the biggest population in the world. My best friend, who I watch fights with, his name's Steve Smith, which is probably the most common name in the world, right?
Yeah. I
asked him if there's more Smith or Patels in the world. Because his doctor that just did his surgery was a Patel. And I'm thinking, there's got to be more Patels, right? I mean, have to be.
Got to be more Patels.
I tell you what, there's not a lot of Petries. I tell you what, there's not. And you got the coolest last name of all. You're a lucky guy. Hayden Iverson, fucking Allen Iverson, bro. The answer? Fuck out of here. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've always been happy to have my last name.
Yeah, for sure.
People
I almost changed my last name. I had paperwork and everything. Yeah, so my real dad's a piece of shit. So I moved in with my mom and stepdad when I was 7. And throughout my life, my stepdad's last name is Mensch. And I didn't want to be a Mensch, right? But my mother's father is Donaldson. And I really idolized my grandfather and I idolized my uncle, Jack Donaldson, as well. So I'm like, Brian Donaldson, that might not be. I literally had paperwork ready to be filed and I just never did it. I didn't pull the trigger. So we kept Petrie. But it could have been Donaldson, man.
Well, you make it your own now.
Yeah, that's right. We're blazing the path.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the real UFC fights. We got Con Offley coming in at plus 170, taking on Hayjive, set at minus 200. Hayjive coming in here after doing our boy Weston Wilson pretty dirty his last time out. Auto body. Weston Wilson, I'm pretty sure he hung him up after that. So Hayjive retired my boy Weston Wilson.
Yeah, he went back to substitute teaching the school there in Simpson, South Carolina, I think.
And Con Offley should have retired Ricardo Ramos. I mean, how do you lose to Con Offley in a UFC fight? Ricardo Ramos found a way. He found a way. So coming in here, I mean, Offley is plus 170 dog. I don't love him as a fighter, but I do think he has a good ground game. He has submission capabilities. 6-0 to the submission. And he's kind of one of these shorter guys where if he puts you in a choke, it's going to be tough to get out of it. Hayjive, 29 years of age, another one of these Enbo Fight Club guys from Sichuan, China. So he's been around the block, 31 professional fights at 29 years of age. I think Hayjive's the better striker here. I think if Hayjive wants to get takedowns, he can. But if he is going to go for those takedowns, he's got to watch his neck because I think Offley could find a submission. But I got to take Hayjive, right? Like, it's going to be tough to pick Con Offley in most UFC fights. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I'm going to go opposite here, bud. I'm going to go Offley just because Hayjive, here's a guy. Yes, he beat Weston Wilson. Congratulations. I think Weston Wilson just lost a fight 5 seconds ago, to someone in his class. That just happens. That's a really funny comment, by the way. Brian Donaldson would have had a statewide used cars company. I was thinking that too, or maybe like the manager of like a Jiffy Lube. Brian Donaldson, he's our manager. But no, I just think he's up. I mean, this guy went to the road to UFC. Like, how many times they put him on the road to UFC? Like 3 or 4 times. Like, do you want to sign him or not, UFC? What is going on with this kid? He's 29. I get it. Let him get experience, but he's going awfully. He's coming off a nice, really quick submission over Ricardo Ramos. But besides that, other fights where he got out-grappled, outworked, he just looked okay. I do think his grappling is pretty good. I don't think he's going to sub Hayjive here. I can see Hayjive just putting Offley out as well if that's what it comes to it. But I just don't like the number. I think this is a rat line. I think there's something off about this as well. I think Offley at plus 170 is nice for a little poke there. I don't think either of these guys maybe are even UFC level at this point. I think UFC is still pretty unsure about both these guys. I think maybe loser gets the bus ticket home, but right now, give me Offley plus 170. Woo! Not confident about it, but I'll probably end up playing it, dude. I'll probably end up, especially if I'm up on Saturday, I'm playing it. I'm fucking playing it. I might play my sub too. Let's just get fucking crazy, bro. What is the sub? Let me chase that line, dude.
Sub's pretty big, I'm sure.
It has to be.
Like plus 800 or something.
It's plus 750 from the win by sub. So yeah, I mean, we could dance with that a little bit. But again, it's not like my most confident play, but if you're right now, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I hit the sub on Offley his last time out against Ramos. It was like plus 500. I'm like, dude, Ramos will tap to the slightest bit of adversity.
He quits quick.
Show him.
Yeah.
Hayjive, I don't know about him. I think he'd probably dog it out. I mean, the way that he took his beating from Gabriel Santos, like, I don't think this guy's just going to quit. First sign of adversity. But if you're in a guillotine choke and you can't get air to your lungs because you're getting strangled, like, there's not much you can do. And Offley's got those short arms. He could definitely
short arm guillotine.
Something up.
Brutal.
We'll hit the chats. Weston Wilson is now playing for the Philadelphia Phillies. Is he?
Congrats, Weston Wilson, dude.
I mean, Weston Wilson's the GOAT to me, man. I cashed on him by sub against Jack Kasaragi. Round 1 sub.
Did you get him? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think I played him against Jonathan Brito as a huge underdog. I think I sprinkled on him a little bit because I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He's probably like Wonder Boy. He can stay away from Brito for 3 rounds. Nah, he got fucking deaded. He got killed.
He did roll for that leg lock, though.
Hey, we had a shot.
Brito just said, I don't believe in your fucking leg lock. Let me smash your face.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's cute. You got leg locks in South Carolina? No, I don't think so.
I overrate fighters like this that have a 5-inch reach advantage, especially Hayjive doesn't use his reach. True.
Right. Not every fighter. Stefan Struve was the worst at it. He had this huge long reach. Didn't know how to use it. It's like, you're 7'10", dude. Use your reach. He didn't. He fucking didn't know how to use it.
The odds on Offley sub were awfully juicy. Plus 500, bro. Darce choke would be taught automatically if you have a good wrestling with a big wingspan. Yeah, it should. Definitely 100%. Should.
I never understood why like high-level wrestlers don't really embrace jiu-jitsu. Like Bo Nickal's starting to, but like Ben Askren said, my biggest regret in career is I never did jiu-jitsu. I just did. I didn't need it. I had wrestling. Imagine Ben Askren who took everyone down besides Masvidal. If he had like a fucking sick choke game, right? It's crazy.
I mean, he kind of did. Masvidal fell down.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Masvidal came on top. They probably did score for a takedown on Benny for old Ben Askren.
All right, we're moving on. We got a welterweight bout here. We got Jonathan Michaela coming in at minus 134, taking on Oban Elliotson at plus 114. Oban coming off the loss, the embarrassing loss against Sekyung Ko, got absolutely destroyed for 15 minutes. And McAuliffe coming off his first UFC fight, first UFC win against Kevin Jousset last year by decision as an underdog. Now he's the favorite. And Oban's last fight, he was a huge favorite, and now he's the underdog. So A lot going on here. What do you think, BP?
Someone in the chat just hit him with an Obot smelly it. Man, that's classic. Great. Obum smelly out. Man, that's just classic graveyard stuff, but I fucking love that shit. Call me crazy. Call me what you will. I like Oban here. I think Mikhailov's he looked good against Kevin Juice. But Kevin Juice is not in the program, not in the organization anymore. Mikhailov, I think his ground game's good. His submissions are good. I just think when he fights a guy like Oban who's going to smother him, who's going to work him, who's going to push that cardio, I think that could be a problem here. And you're giving me Oban at plus 114. I like the number here. I know he got embarrassed by Korean Tyson. He had outworked, out-muscled, out everything in that fight. Didn't get finished, though. He didn't get finished, right? I think Oban's gonna come out here and just really put a pressure on Mikhailov. I think Mikhailov is a front runner. I think he has a good triangle off his back. He's got some crafty guard stuff. Don't really know if that's gonna work here. And I think after round 2, I think this dude's gonna know he's in a dogfight in the pressure of Oban Elliott. And what I've seen of him in the interviews, and I'm bet it and whatnot, I'm only reading body language and what he's saying, but he's confident. He wants this one back, and I think they're giving him a guy who he could really look pretty good against because he's got a 5-inch reach disadvantage. So you got to get in close. You got to fucking work the body, and you got to take him down. So I like Oban Elliott at plus 114. I like it, and I kind of like it a lot. I'm crushing on it. Not gonna say I love it. It's too soon to say I love, but I like it a lot.
You don't love it, but you like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I don't love either side here. I don't really like either side. I think this is one we gotta figure out. Take the data from this one and then move on. So I don't know that I'll be betting on it, but
okay.
I think I picked Oban. I think it's a spot where he could have some success. I just think he's super inconsistent, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what he's doing sometimes. Like that Preston Parsons fight, he looked amazing.
Yeah.
But then he's getting nearly knocked out by Val Woodburn. And then he's going to
Val Woodburn.
And then he's knocking out Basil Hafez, who had never been knocked out before. And then he's getting just destroyed by Seokhyun Ko. And if you know anything about me, BP, I never believe in these Cage Warriors guys. And when I do believe in them, they always let me down. There are some exceptions. The Ian Garrys of the world, the Ilia Topuris of the world. Like, there are some exceptions, right?
But you forgot a name.
Patty.
The Reese McKees of the world, bro.
Well,
he was a double champ over there, guy.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Shout out Reese McKee. You're going to get a third shot in UFC someday about it. Guarantee it.
And I didn't even realize until I just started talking about it, but Patty fucking Pimblett, bro.
Oh, yeah, Patty
fucking Pimblett.
Connor kind of set that up for everyone. Connor was the double champ over there. He came over. That really, Cage Wars is a great organization for Europe, but that really set them like,
yeah,
whoa, because Patty was, they're all of a sudden Patty he came next. A lot of people came after him. Mason Jones was over there, double champ for a while, and I think Mason Jones is an entertaining fighter. I don't know how high level he is, but that's interesting that you have, because I'm kind of the same way. I used to really rate them high. I would mention it like, hey, Cage Warriors former champion. They got experience, blah, blah, blah. And then you really think, well, hang on a second. These fucking Cage Warriors guys aren't doing shit. Why do I keep mentioning that? You know what I mean? LFA coming over there and having a good run in there, I think is more important maybe than Cage Warriors at this point. Or maybe even going to like Octagon or KSW. KSW is kind of a clown show at some point. But I don't know why I kept using that, but I'm glad you brought that up because you have obviously you've been on that train for a while, which is very smart. I'm just now developing that sense of ability. What
happens like 90% of the time is if they fight on the Contender Series, they might get exposed. But if they win, they're going to get into the UFC and they're going to get matched up pretty lightly. And then eventually when they meet their match, they're going to get fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Patty. That's what happened to Oban. You could look at, Loner Kavanaugh looked amazing. Then he gets knocked out by Charles Johnson. There's so many examples of it. So now I feel like this is clearly a step down from Seokhyun Ko, right? Yeah. So this might be a winnable fight for Oban. So that's why I kind of think, he's the side here, especially as the underdog. But I doubt that I'm going to get involved.
Not gonna tell you.
I think it could be a grappling match too. Like McCallum's more of a grappler.
For sure.
And, his last fight against Chusette, it was all stand-up.
Right.
I'm like, dude, why aren't you grappling him? But he didn't really need to. because Doucette was just eating everything. He just wasn't giving him anything.
Yeah. That triangle choke on the. He's got several triangle chokes. But yeah, Doucette fight. I mean, landed 85 strikes, knocked him down once. Didn't need to go for a takedown. I don't really know how clean his takedowns are, but I think Oban's gonna initiate the takedowns. He'll clinch work, beat him up, and then issue a takedown. Again, Mikhailov is pretty has shown to be nice off his feet, but or off his back, excuse me. But we'll see, man. It's an interesting fight. I'm glad you're staying away from it. These are the fights that I should tell myself. You're a more seasoned, smart gambler than I am, because these are the fights that I should stay away from. But I have a lean on the plus money, and the plus money stares at me like a blonde with some big tits. Yeah. So I'm like, I gotta fucking take a shot. You know what I mean? Gotta go take a shot. You know, I've never been afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid of losing, but you gotta take a shot.
That's how I say that a lot of times, where like I'm probably just gonna lay off, but then by Saturday I'm like, just fucking take the shot, man. Just take the shot.
And then you lose. If you lose, then you're like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. You have it written down here not to do it. But if you win, you're like, yeah, honey, yeah, sure. Order that extra pizza over there. Yeah, we're good for the night.
All right, let's move on. We got a middleweight bout here. We got Jacob take it on God. Torres Finney. Finney comes in at plus 125. Malkoun minus 145. The undefeated Torres Finney 1-0 in the UFC, wins by split decision in his debut against Robert Valentin. Malkoun been off for almost 2 years. His last time out, he knocked out Andre Petroski with his hip bone.
Yeah.
And we have not seen him since. Since then, I guess he's had some back surgery, which is not great. But based on what Embedded showed me today, he looks like he is back and healthy. So that's a good sign for Malkoun. Finney traveling all the way to Australia for the first time in his life, taking on the Australian Malkoun. Who do you got here, BP?
So I have a guy that's a good friend of mine. His name is VC. He looks exactly like Torres Finney, a guy I work with. Not nearly as much. He's a more chubbier version of Torres Finney. So every time I look at Torres Finney, I just laugh and think of my guy VC. This fight's hilarious because they both want to do the same thing. They're both not action-packed fighters. But who's better, right? I lean Malkoun with the wrestling and the grappling and definitely in the cardio department. I mean, he's Rob Whittaker's like right-hand man a lot of times when it comes to grappling. He trains at that jiu-jitsu school, that Gracie school over there in Australia. So you lean Malkoun. I just don't think he's tough. I just don't know if he's a fighter, right? I think he can get put out. Torres Finney's a big, strong dude. Finney is explosive, obviously undefeated, but his game is to take you down, smother you, not let you get up, beat you up a little bit, maybe look for a submission and win a boring decision. Like he can finish, but he doesn't really prioritize it. If I'm Finney and if I'm in Finney's corner, I'm going, bro, swing for the fucking fences. We can clip this guy. Doesn't need to go early. Doesn't need to go to the ground. You don't got to fucking break sweat. Clip him. Because his defense on the feet's not that great. I think he's going to shoot in quick. I think Finney can clip him quick. I have Malkoun circled here as my victor because I do think he's a better grappler. But I just saw that Finney was by knockout as plus 600 on Bet365. So we're going Finney. I can't get away from that notion that he's going to clip Malkoun. Now, he could get submitted and get dog walked and look like an idiot. And I could be sitting with that $600 or plus 600 ticket looking like a fucking jamoke. But I'm really willing to dance with it. I'm certainly willing to dance with it. Torres Finney, look, the size of the guy. The size of the guy. Unless he's got tiny little fucking dolphin hands, this dude should fucking be able to put people out at this weight. Give me Torres Finney. I'm switching my pick. I'm going Torres Finney, plus 600 by the knockout. I got to dance with that, bud. I got to dance with that.
Little underdog shot for BP on Torres Finney. Lest we forget, Finney now training under Daniel Cormier's academy fight team. I did see that. That's good signs for Finney.
Cormier will be in the booth. I did the Embedded though. Whoever Finney is cornerman is his country boy. He's ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. Yeah, this boy's ready to go. I ain't never seen him look so good hit bitch. He's ready to go. I'm like, who the fuck are you, bro?
It's the Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Who are you, dude?
I drove through Chattanooga a couple times from from Florida to Wisconsin.
Of course. Did you drive through Cincinnati, beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio?
No. Didn't go through Ohio. Went up through
I guess Tennessee through Indiana or Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah. Usually Illinois.
I mixed up Michigan and Wisconsin. Michigan's right above Ohio. I'm an idiot. Probably wouldn't go through Ohio.
Apparently he's working on his striking. He needs to work on his striking. It's pretty fucking bad.
Both of them are bad.
it is just. I mean, I think Malkoon's decent on the feet.
Really? Oh man,
he's got a decent jab. Like obviously he doesn't want to strike, but I think he's clearly the better striker than Finney.
Okay.
Finney's just all muscle. Like
that's what I'm saying. Just throw one of those ham hocks, bro, and call it a night. Get the check, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
25K, maybe 100K if they like it.
I don't know. I've always been a big Malkoon man, dude. Like the Mamba Malkoon. I remember him just putting Abdul Razak Al Hassan through the fucking ringer for 3 rounds as a big dog. And from that moment on, I was like, I love this Malkoon guy. And I bet him almost every fight. I even bet him as an underdog against Brendan Allen, and he made that fight close. The only fight I didn't bet on him was the Brundage fight. And I actually had Brundage round 1 KO.
Really?
He got him got it by DQ in round 1.
How many fucking I mean, I know Cody Brundage on his card, we're talking about him. He's got the most wins by DQ, right? Like, I mean, if you flick this guy, he's like, whoa, fight's over. This guy gets all the wins that way.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I do think Malkoon should win this, but like I'm not sure he can stop Finney taking him down and holding him because Finney's that much of a fucking specimen. And his takedowns are legit. Like you just can't stop him. Like
they're explosive. They're explosive.
Get to your hips. Like he doesn't even need to like land a clean double leg. He can just get to your hips, lift you up, and drop you. So Malkoon's got to scramble. I think Finney wins the early rounds. Malkoon could take over later, but I'm not, super convinced that he gets his hand raised. But also Finney making the travel. He's got all those muscles. He's going up against in Malkoon.
And I don't think he came in early, bro. I think he didn't.
No,
he didn't come in early.
No, he doesn't have the money to do that.
That's true.
And the big muscles do tend to wear out. And you look at any of Torres Finney's fights that have went to a decision, he doesn't look like the same guy in round 2 and 3. I mean, he is hanging on for dear life. And if Malkoon can find those scrambles, might be able to make him pay later on. So, I see a lot of love for Finney this week, which I kind of get. But also, it could turn out poorly as the fight progresses.
Can you click on Dick's Insider's comment so I can answer that for him right there?
Yeah.
Big Gun, have you ever had stewed smoked ham hocks with red kidney beans? It's one of the most delicious things ever. I have not had stewed smoked ham. I don't know what ham hocks are. I do like beans. I'm a chili guy, right? I'm from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So we do chili here. Although there's probably the best Italian restaurant, in my opinion, in the United States that we have here as well. So anybody that wants to come to Cincinnati and have dinner with BP, I'll take you there. But I've never had smoked ham hocks. I don't know what they are, but I've had red kidney beans.
Never heard of it. Never heard of smoked ham.
You're from Wisconsin. You're from cheese. You're a cheese guy?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big cheese guy too, but you're from Wisconsin. I figured cheese is on the menu.
Are you a beer guy or no?
No. I was. So when I drank, I preferred beer. I wasn't a cocktail guy. One point in my mid-20s, I just kept getting sick. Like literally, like I wouldn't even get a hangover. I throw up the night of after like 4 beers. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So I just kind of stopped.
I feel you. Well, what was your go-to beer?
Really anything. I used to work at a party. It's called Party Source. It's basically like a Walmart liquor store in Northern Kentucky, which is basically over the bridge from Cincinnati. What was it called? What was it called? It was a blueberry beer. From Louisiana. I forget what it was called. Purple Haze. That was like my go-to because I could just get it at work and leave. But really, I mean, I'd take anything. I wasn't like a big like IPA guy. I was more of a light guy. And then like obviously Natty Light was like, it was cheap. I drank it, whatever. But if I had a choice, Purple Haze was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer guy, but in Wisconsin, beer is a big thing. Drinking in general is a big thing. And the one beer I do like is a Wisconsin only thing. It's called Spotted Cow.
I've heard of it. I've never obviously never had it, but I've heard of it. Yeah. It's my wife's more of a seltzer. She's on the seltzer kick. White Claw, that shit. Yeah.
It's like a watching your figure type of drink. 100 calories in a seltzer.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But anybody in the chat, if you ever go to Wisconsin, make sure you get a Spotted Cow if you're gonna drink a beer.
We got Covington, Kentucky in the house. That's basically, that's 5 minutes from my house, really, over the bridge. So shout out Covington, Kentucky. I'm married a Kentucky woman. She's from Erlanger, though.
Oh, I know Romeo Dobbs stan. No
Spotted cow. Landy's not a good one.
Romeo
Nice.
Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs, damn.
Love the stream because you both are MMA bettors, but you both are MMA fans at heart first. Yeah, exactly.
Without question, brother. Exactly. Without question.
The bets just make it more entertaining. Little Kings
and Rhinehouse at a cinch are both awesome. Very true. Rhinehouse is where we had they had this huge brewery. Louisville. Shout out Louisville. Huge brewery where we had our wedding. What is it called? Wedding shower or the fuck? Many years ago. Yeah. So Rhinehouse is dope. Little Kings, they're the little beers. They're like cream ale. My mom used to get drunk on those when she was a young woman. But yeah, Rhinehouse. If you're in Cincinnati, you go to Rhinehouse Brew House. It is fucking dope. They got like rock climbing walls and shit. Like it's really cool.
Maybe it's because I'm from rural Midwest, but I had no idea it was possible to not know what ham hocks are.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a cut of ham.
What did he call them? Steamed.
He stewed ham hocks. I'm gonna go ahead and let people in on. I don't think it's that big. I don't like ham.
I'm not a huge ham guy, but
the only pork I eat is like bacon occasionally. I'm not a ham guy. I don't really eat pork a lot. I'm a chicken, turkey kind of guy.
This is what we're working with?
That's a ham hock? Huh.
Is that right? The hell is a ham hock?
It kind of looks like a pork chop to me. I've never heard of a ham hock before. I not really our dish over here, bub. We don't really.
Dixon. Stewed smoked ham hocks with red kidney beans. Stewed
ham hocks
with red kidney beans.
I put red kidney beans in my homemade chili. Again, beans are great.
Huh. I could get down with that.
I mean, it looks like a stew. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a fucking, I could. Yeah. Again, I don't like ham much, but I mean, if you serve that to me, I wouldn't be impolite. Like, I don't like it. I'll fucking make my way around it.
Now that just kind of looks like shit.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, that's bad. That's bad.
That kind of looks.
I prefer the top row of them as opposed to any of the other ones. Oh man, thanks for the getting off track there. That's what this is all about. Let's have fun. Let's let our hair down.
We'll get back to
know each other. Yeah, here we go.
Anybody's watching this back, I'm sorry you didn't have to, or that you had to go through stewed ham hocks, but sometimes you just got to do it. You got to do it. All right, we'll go to middleweight bout. Here we got Cam Rouse coming at -360, taking on Cody Brundage. Brundage sitting at +295. He has pulled the quadfecta. You know what the quadfecta is, BP?
Please tell me, buddy.
You get a no contest, a draw, a win, and a loss, all within 4 fights. So what the fuck is going to happen in this one? I'm not sure. I mean, what can he do? He can't do anything else. He's completed the quadfecta in 4 straight fights. He's coming off the loss to Eric McConaughey, which is not something that should be on your record if you're in the UFC. Cam Rouston, on the other hand, big favorite here, won his first UFC fight by defeating Andre Petroski last time out of UFC Perth. And that was a fight where that Petroski chin came to light, and it wasn't really a big KO, but stunned him with a shot and followed up with some ground and pound and got him out of there. 3 inches in height advantage for Rouston and 3-inch reach advantage for Rouston. I mean, you're not taking Brundage here, are you? You're not going to do a fast one. Yeah, you've been taking a couple dogs tonight, so I didn't know.
You're right. No, I'm not a Cody Brundage's guy. Listen, I'm a Cody Brundage's wife guy, Amanda Bobby Cooper. Shout out Amanda. She's easy on the eyes. But no, Cody... He was a guy that quit a lot early in his career, right? He has real good athletic ability. He's fast in that first round. He knows how to throw an overhand right. He's got a good camp around him that's really kind of built up his mental. Dustin Jacoby, his right-hand man, Mark Montoya, those guys have really built up his mental where you see in fights where he wants to quit and he just hasn't kind of quit. You look at the Cedric Dumas, took him down and fucking out-grappled this dude. And this dude's supposed to have some wrestling chops, right? Cam Rawson's a guy, -360, I think is kind of crazy. I get the competition. I get who he's fighting. And I think, having a nice win over Andre Petroski is good. But, Cam Rawson, -360 is tough. I mean, he got Torres Finney on the Contender Series. Like, Torres Finney fucking bodied this dude, right? He had to come back and get a win before he's even allowed in the UFC. He's in Australia, so he doesn't have to travel, which I like. It's going to be Cam Rawson for me. I'm going to have to touch the finishes. I can't take that money line. -360 is crazy. Cody can get hurt. Get hurt to the body, hurt to the head. He does fire back at times. He has been finished several times in his career, so we're going to try to find a finish on the Cam Rawson side, but I'm just not really sure. But no, I can't, with good conscience, take Cody Brundage, even though Cam Rawson, I think, is overinflated at minus 360. I think that's a little too high for him. Either way, yeah, give me Cam.
Simple rule. Always bet against Brundage.
That's a great fucking rule.
I've made my money with Cody Brundage, and I've made my money betting against him. And this is one that I got to bet against him, right? Like, I think Rawson's a solid fighter. I don't think he's going to come in here and, I mean, realistically, like, Cody Brundage is not winning fights outside of a round 1 KO. Like, I'm pretty sure that's almost, I think that is every single one of his fights. He's won by round 1 KO. I don't see how he clips him here. I mean, he could, but if he doesn't, then it's Cam Rawson all day. Brundage, again, like Torres Finney, he's got to fly all the way to Australia. He's not getting there that early, and he's never been a guy that has great cardio or like a ton of grit when, the fight starts playing out poorly for him. So give me Rawson. Let's finish.
Let me ask you a real quick question for the boys. I mean, when Walter Walker fights next, we got to go heel hook. Cody Brundage is fighting. Do we bet draw plus 8,000? Do we bet no contest? I mean, do we sprinkle? Because some funky shit always happens with this fucking dude. So I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. For the boys bet, a little 10 spot on Cody Brundage, Cam Rawson, and in a draw / or a no contest.
I mean, has he? Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much done it all. I'm trying to think. Like, he's lost by sub. He's won by sub. He's lost by KO. He's won by KO. He's lost by decision. He hasn't won a decision in the UFC, but I highly doubt that's going to happen here. No, he's won a DQ. He hasn't lost by DQ. So Rawson KO DQ could do it. He's had a no contest. He's had a draw. It was overturned, but it was a draw. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a classic Cody Brundage fight. I mean, landed 3 significant strikes against Cedric Dumas.
That's the fight that's burnt. Whenever you watch a fighter, a cap a fighter, to me, at least the way my simple brain does it, is a fight. There's always a fight burned in my brain. That was the one burned in my brain. Cedric Dumas has no business being in the UFC, and he out-grappled this dude for 3 rounds. You landed less than 5 strikes, which is just insanity.
You know what that fight was? That was after Cedric Dumas got submitted by Joshua Friend.
Yeah.
And Brundage just kept pulling guillotine on him. Every single moment he got the chance to pull a guillotine on
Gilly. He still does it. He still jumps to Gilly quite often.
He loves to jump to Gilly, but he was like certain, like, if I jump a Gilly on this guy, he's going to tap. And he just kept getting out of it. And he was like, fuck, this is not working. Like, what do I do now?
Okay, I'm on my back for this round. All right, round 3. Jump to Gilly again. This guy stinks, this guy.
Dumas got subbed by Dante Johnson. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. The Dumas chart. All right, we'll go to the feature prelim. We got Junior Taffa coming in at plus 215, taking on Billy Elikana, set at minus 255. Elikana, 2-1 in the UFC on a 2-fight win streak, goes out there and beats Ibo Aslan by decision in a very forgettable fight, and then comes out against Kevin Christian, clubs and subs him in the first round. Junior Taffa, it's not looking good, bro. 6-4 in his professional career, 2-3 in the UFC. His wins in the UFC: Parker Porter, Sean Sharaf. Moved down to 205s last time out to take on Tuco Tokos. And there's not many guys that I would take Tuco Tokos to win a UFC fight against, and I took Tuco Tokos to beat Junior Taffa. And I got a lot of shit for it.
Wow, good for you.
Junior Taffa is just that bad. Now, I will say this. Coming into his second fight in the weight class, might have a better, weight cut, might be a little bit more prepared. But if Billy Elikana wants to take this fight to the ground, he should look minus 255. But if he wants to, or maybe the UFC's in his ear. You know how that happens sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the UFC's in his ear. You got to put on some fun performances because, going to that decision with Ibo Aslan, it's not going to cut it. I know he got the KO last time, or the club and sub last time against Kevin Christian, but if he comes out here and just strikes with Junior Taffa, he's not looking minus 255. Because Taffa's not a bad striker. He just has no ground game. So, I want to say Billy Elicana gets this one done pretty easily, but it all comes down to his game plan. And I don't know. At minus 255, do I want to roll the dice betting on his game plan? Talk to me, BP. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know what the Toffer brothers have over either the matchmakers, Hunter Campbell, Dana White. Do they got like sex tapes hidden away? Do they like know some like hot chicks over there in Australia? What is going on? Because neither of these guys should be in the UFC. But yet they keep getting shots and they keep getting favorable matchups. I mean, Junior Toffer got Turcos Tokos his last time out. I remember being on the Anakin flooring, burying Tuco's Taco, saying this guy stinks. I'm going Junior Tafa. This is blah, blah, blah. Right? I was wrong. And John was like, yeah, I don't think Tuco Tacos is all that bad. What? What do you mean? Now I know Junior Tafa's that fucking bad. Billy Elcano, again, he's not this great guy. This is a favorable matchup for Junior Tafa because if Elcano goes, I want to strike with this guy a little bit. We're both 6'3". I got the bigger reach. I want to poke around a little bit. I mean, Tafa still has power. He's got good leg kicks. And Elicana obviously has the fight to get to the ground. He's going to dominate. He's probably going to win by submission if he gets the fight to the ground. Not like Elicana's a big submission whiz, but Tafa will give up like he's done in the past. He'll be tired of getting up. He'll be tired of defending takedowns, and he'll submit. And then he'll fucking go to the back and go, I just want to scrap. I just want to do this. Let me back, whatever. It's him and his brother. Same thing. The same sad story every time they fucking lose a fight. And I'm saying this, I'm putting myself in the corner here. If I ever go to Australia and I'm in the same room as the Toffer brothers, I might be in a little bit of trouble. But guess what? I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say. They both stink. They both don't belong in the UFC. I don't even know if they belong in the PFL. Give me Elicana here, dude. Give me Elicana. I mean, again, minus 255, not a crazy number. It's not a fighter I want to really back all that much. But again, going against Junior Tafa, who is not very good at all, and I don't think he's improving. And he's in that camp with his brother, and they don't change anything up. Give me Elicana by submission. He'll go. Yeah, I got to really fucking train. If I ever plan to go to Australia, trust me, I will tighten up my jiu-jitsu game, and I'll get some heel hooks there and rip some fucking knees off if I have to, bro.
Oh, do you remember the Tafa gang shit, dude? Like, it was never Tafa gang. Yeah. It was really never Tafa gang. Never. The Tafa bros were always bad. And I think they're only on the roster. I think Justin Tafa did get cut, but I think
okay, good.
They were only on the roster because they need fucking fighters from Australia. And like these guys, at least they're gonna go out there and throw hands.
Sure, it's a good point.
I don't. They had,
but who in Australia is like supporting these guys? Right? I don't know. Like, are you just blindly supporting those from Australia? But like, it's like, there's a lot of Australian fighters that are way better. I mean, blindly support your country. I get that, but don't say that, David Demetrios. Could see Tafa continue. Let's not have that bad juju. Whoa.
Both Tafa's and Tattoo last year should ship off the BKFC. Yeah. I mean, they're just not MMA fighters, But yeah, I'm going to pick Elicana here, but I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to lay the price.
What is Elicana by sub? Yeah, that right. I think I got it right here. Plus 190. I can rock with that. Dude.
Yeah.
Mick Maynard is Australian. That's a good point. Yeah, I forgot Mick Maynard is Australian.
True.
He's a hard ass dude. I know. Chris Curtis has told me the interactions he's had with Mick Maynard because Mick Maynard books was at 185 and up, and when Chris was at 185, he was like, Mick Maynard's a fucking stubborn bastard. Shout out Chris Curtis, by the way, fighting Mukdek Orbai. Not sure when, but man, that's a tough fucking fight for him. I'm hoping he's gonna be okay with that, but he seems to be like that.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Mick Maynard is Australian. That's true. Brian, you a big dude at like 6'3", 6'4". I've met you in Vegas, but you have a lot of MMA fighters that love you. You would never have to worry about that.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. But I'm not 6'3". I'm 6'2" and like change. The last time I got a physical, I said, how tall am I? She's like 6'2", and she's about to do the inches. And I was like, can I tell people I'm 6'3"? And the nurse laughed. Was like, no. And she wrote down 6'2" on the form. So I don't want people to think I'm 6'3", 6'4". I'm 6'2". But I'm fucking massive, bro. Just fucking deal with it. But I appreciate it. Kind words, Shawnee.
Shawnee coming to defense. Gotta love it. All right, let's move on. Before we get into the main card, we got to give a congratulations to Tanner Jones for winning the UFC 324 giveaway. He had the highest profitable card on UFC 324 with his picks on 3-Punch Convo. So he won a $200 parlay funded by 3PC. He's going with Benoit Saint-Denis to get a finish. Rafael Fiziev, money line. and Bill Yelikana, the man we just talked about, money line. And that is going to pay plus 393. It's already put in. There's your slip there. Tanner Jones, he didn't want to come on the show, which is respectable because
I think right before I hopped on, bro, he emailed me and said he might be able to hop on. But we'll get you next time, bud.
Yeah, we'll have to get him in here. But there's his parlay, and he's got a leg for us on the 3-punch parlay later on. So make sure you check that out. Stay tuned for that. We got the other segments at the end of the show. Once we break down all the fights, we got 5 fights left. But we also got to give you some information on this week's giveaway. The UFC 325 handicapping contest on 3-punch Convo. Go to 3punchconvo.com, sign up using code BIGJIVE, and you're going to get a free month on 3-punch Convo. You're going to be able to get in and into the forums so you can talk to everybody in 3PC. Got a ton of UFC fighters in there. Nazim Sajikov, Steve Garcia, big UFC names in there as well. Dean Thomas, Ken Florian, Alan Joban. And then, of course, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Chase, the Dream, Hooper, and the top 3 most profitable winners this week. So whoever is the most profitable, the top 3 out of your picks, you're going to win a Zoom call with Chase Hooper, and you can chop it up with the man, the myth, and ask him about his next fight. Do whatever you guys want. That's all up to you guys, but make sure you get your picks in. There's a link down in the description below for 3punchconvo.com. Use code BIGJIVE for a free month. Make your picks, and you'll win that Zoom call if you are the better handicapper out of the bunch for UFC 325. Moving on to the main card. We got Quillen Salkill coming in at minus 900, taking on Jamie Mullarkey. Jamie Mullarkey plus 600. Mullarkey, 10-6 to the knockout. 6-6 in the UFC, 2-3 in his last 5. He did pick up a win against Rolando Bedoya at UFC Perth last year. Quillen Salkill on a nice streak coming into the UFC. He's 3-0. Couple of big knockouts. One to Anshil Jubilee. Good night, buddy. You're out of here. Another one against Nasrat Hakparas. Still might be sleeping. I didn't know if he was going to get up. But Quillen Salkill got a lot of hype on him. He's a big favorite here. How do you see him getting it done, BP?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be Mr. Obvious here. Minus 900. Of course, I'm on Salkill. Jamie Mullarkey, I used to call old cement head, right? I used to call him old cement. That cement has chipped and dried. It needs to be replaced. Dude's chin's gone, right? And he has really kind of adopted his game to wanting to grapple a little more. I get that. And I think that's what he's going to do here. He's going to set his hands up to try to grapple. He's taking this fight on relatively short notice. Obviously in his backyard. I'm sure him and Scout Kid have a little familiarity with each other. Most Australian all fighters have cross-trained before, no matter what part of the country they're from. So I'm sure they know each other to a standpoint, but I like Scout Kid here. I think he's got power. I think he's got personality. I think he's got an overall game. If it's not over in the first round, if Scout Kid doesn't dead Mullarkey in the first round, it'd be interesting to see him go 3. And I kind of want to see him get pushed a little bit because Mullarkey can kind of can do that a little bit. At least he used to. You know what I mean? I don't know if he can do it anymore. But I like Scout Kid here. Scout Kid. I think he. Are you laughing at how do you say his name? Hey, give it to me again. Give me one more time.
You calling him Scout Kid?
How do you say his name? Give it to me.
Salkill.
Salkill. Give me Salkill.
Hey.
Yeah, give me Scout. Give me Quill. Give me Q. Give me Q. I'll just go Q. I'll give him a nickname. Give me Q to get it done. I like my knockout, and I like my knockout round 1. After that, hopefully we get to see a little more skills out of the kid. But yeah, I mean, again, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go Quillen.
Yeah, Bill and Salkill with a KO, trying to get my money's worth in some other bets. Mullarkey looks identical to that Jacob from We Want Picks mirror image. Kind of does. Yeah.
I don't know who We Want Picks is. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
YouTube. Pickers, betters, UFC.
I'm gonna look him up. You do your thing. I'm gonna
Jacob. Jacob, he definitely kind of does look like him. Yeah. Shout out to Jacob. Jacob's a funny guy. Dixon. Hey, Job, I'm telling you right now, Salkill is gonna carry Jamie to a decision. So his boys back home.
Yeah.
That's your fat ticket on the juicy decision odds since he can't guarantee a KO or a sub. Decision is much easier to do. I actually mentioned this on Dan's show last night that I was on. I was like, dude, what are the odds? Like Aussie versus Aussie. Is he going to take it easy on him? Like, I feel like Salkill knows this is a fucking easy knockout if he wants. Is he going to maybe hit the club and sub? Is he maybe going to if he does rock him, like, is he gonna hold back a little bit? I don't know, man. I don't know. But Malarkey's chin is just so bad. It's like
It's bad. It's bad.
so bad. BB's pronunciation skill, dude. They are the best. I actually love that you pronounce names like fucking terrible because it makes it entertaining.
So bad.
Makes it entertaining.
Literally, I'm just not good at it. People thought it was a bit for a while, right? And I practice because I'm fucking doing it with John Anik, who's gonna correct you every time.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Scout Kid.
Scout Kid.
He's the Scout Kid, man.
Q man.
Still saying Bukakis too.
Yeah, it's always gonna be wrong, brother. Everything I say is gonna be wrong.
Doesn't deserve a correct pronunciation. Elikana's not a favorite matchup for Tafa, in my opinion. Question mark.
Huh. Interesting take.
At least doesn't look like Angelo. Yeah.
I looked up that Jacob from We Want Picks. Yeah, he
Wasn't
looks
he?
Like, yeah,
looks like it. Yeah,
got him.
Yeah, I think a little bit bigger head on Malarkey. You know, kind of a Mega Mind shape on that one. You know.
Yeah, the top of the skull is bulbous. Yeah. It's like a light bulb.
Big head though. I mean, for having a bad chin, you'd think you might have a smaller head. Poor Malarkey, about to get the baker's foot. Imagine he hits him with another fucking KO. Head kick KO.
Alex Perez? That's how you say it, bro.
It's easy.
That's an easy one, Russ.
I hate every fight this weekend, man.
That's Joe. I Am Saturday. Shout out Joe.
Yeah, I remember I Am Saturday. Shout out to you, bro.
He's a good dude.
I kind of agree with you though. Like a lot of these are tough to like actually find a good bet on. You know,
either I'm gonna have a great weekend or my weekend's not gonna be so great. My last weekend, boys, if I can indulge for a second, my 8-year-old daughter, Friday night, I have a 2-week-old 75-inch TV, right? Bells and whistles, gorgeous thing. Her and her sister are playing. She throws a Barbie, shatters the middle panels of the LED or whatever, gone, destroyed. So Saturday morning I had to go because I was having a buddy over for the fights, and my TV's broken. Try to go buy a new 75-inch TV on Saturday. And I did not do good on my bets. Patty did not help me out. So your boy was down. It was a rough weekend from your boy. But I will say this. Being a 90s kid, if that happened to me, like I would have been screamed at. I would never got grounded in my life, but boy, I would have been yelled at. And if it happened to all my friends growing up, it would have been didn't yell at my daughter, right? She's a sweetheart. She has nothing wrong. I was very upset though. It was devastating to me. I couldn't believe what happened.
It's one of those things where like you're just furious, but like you can't.
I couldn't believe it was an accident. I couldn't believe. She's crying her eyes out. I'm like, what do I do? My wife wasn't home. I'm like, what do I do? And then I just go, all right, fuck it. And I literally go buy the same TV, same exact TV at Best Buy. And the dude that helped me out to put it in my truck was the same guy that helped me before. And I just wanted him to be like, didn't you just buy one? He didn't say anything, but I was just like, yeah, dude. Yeah, fucking yeah, dude. I did.
Didn't have like a warranty on it or anything?
It did, but not for when your kid throws a Barbie at the TV. Yeah. Like, you know, and then like trying to get a screen fix is not worth it, you know? So it's just, I had to fucking eat the cost, dude. It was tough.
And on top of like the money, like setting up a big TV like that is like
right. And then all of Saturday, you know, because I went and got a Saturday morning. Everyone's preparing for the big snowstorm, so everyone's out. Traffic's crazy. I got to go home. I got to remount it. I got to do, you know, all these things. My wife wants the TV lower, so then I had to move the original mount lower, and then she's bringing up other shit. I'm like, fights start at 5 now. Like we don't got a lot of time to be doing this. Let's get going. But no, it all worked out. TV was glorious, and my daughter. Yeah, I would have been beaten furiously. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my parents didn't, you know, if you understand my stepdad's relationship, I've been able to beat my stepdad up, and this is no joke. He's like in the tech field, right? He's a skinny little dweeb. I've been able to kick my stepdad's ass since I was like 12, right? So I would have never been beaten on because he would have got his ass kicked. And I'm not joking. This is true. If there's anybody in the chat that grew up with me, they can vouch for this. But yeah, I would have been in so much hot water and so much shit if I ever did that. My real dad probably would have killed me if that was even an option. But yeah, I handled it well. You know, being a father, I didn't know how to handle it. My wife wanted to ground her. My wife wanted to like start paying it back or whatever. Yeah. And I kept it chill, even though inside I had to pay it back if I broke something. Yeah. I remember breaking a fucking window, a fucking garage door window, and I was a kid. And I had to pay that back. And they told me it was like $85. Like, there's no way this little window is $85. $85 when I was like 12 years old. Might as well have been $1,000.
I was hitting a golf ball in my front yard one time, and I bladed it. You know how you're like chipping it? And I bladed it, and it hit my mom's car, and it left like a dent, like a little tiny golf ball dent.
Yeah.
And, like, you could barely see it. I still had to pay it back. They didn't even get it finished. Or they didn't even get it fixed.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Dude, there's one time. Well, last story for me, and we'll go. My parents were. I was the only child. I had two older sisters, but they grew up with my dad. It was my mom. I had really no rules, and my house was always the house that all the friends stayed over. Yada. And I used to have parties all the time when they would go out of town. And I had this huge party. We did have a very big house, so there's 1 million people there. And my stepdad had fish tanks everywhere. We had 3 huge fish tanks in the house. A fight broke out downstairs, and this 128-gallon fish tank is like wobbling. And it's in the computer. It's like down by his computer. He collects records and CDs and DVD. And I'm like, if this thing falls, I'm going to be dead. I'll be kicked out of the house probably. So these 2 idiots that are fighting, who I don't even know, dude, I swear to God, I just picked up one by the collar, threw him over here, picked the other one and fucking tossed him over here. I was like, come help me with this fucking fish tank, dude. I can't even imagine if that would have happened. But listen, I'm glad I have girls, because if I would have had boys and they're anything like me, I would have been it would be a nightmare. But shout out my girls. Trauma dumping it all, babe.
All right, let's go on to the heavyweight bout. We got Tai Tuivasa taking on Thales and Teixeira. Teixeira comes in at -370. Tuivasa +215. I think it should be a little more than that. +295. I might have fucked that up. Tuivasa, 5-fight losing streak. He's sitting all of 300 some pounds. Dude, I listened to an interview. He said he was 150 kg, which I think is about 330 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I watch him bedded a couple hours later. I see Tuivasa in just a deep sweat. Like, he's hitting pads. He's got like the sweatsuit on. He is just drenched in sweat. I'm like, this dude probably is cutting hard weight to make 265.
100%.
Like, there's no way he's having like an easy drop to 265. So you got to keep an eye on that one. When he's weighing in, I'm not sure if Tuivasa is going to make weight, but either way.
Tuivasa and I are built kind of the same. I have a real big lower body, and I hover around 290, 300 pounds as well. If I cut and I try to get like below like 285, it's and I'm not a professional athlete, but it's tough. This dude was hanging out like 330 for a while with a long year off, or long year and a half off. He's definitely cutting some serious weight. It's going to be interesting, dude.
Yeah, he's big, and with the 5-fight losing streak, the fact that he blew up in weight is not a good sign.
No,
he's coming in as a big dog. We know he's got power in his hands, but it hasn't really been shown, recently. And Teixeira's coming off the KO loss to Derek Lewis. Not much happened in that fight other than Derek Lewis landing a left hook and following up with some shots. Teixeira is on his way to get up. He grabs the cage. Herzog steps in, fight's over. And other than that, his only UFC fight was like a 20-second fight against Justin Tafa. So there's not really much that we could take from Thales and Teixeira, but if he has anything here, I feel like he should be able to get it done. Because outside of a round 1 KO for Tuivasa, I don't think he's got much left. And Teixeira's never been to a second round, which I don't love, because at least last week with Lewis and Waldo, we know Waldo has good cardio. We know Waldo's a durable guy. So if the fight does extend, like, Waldo's going to pull away. And he did. We don't know that with Teixeira, but I got to feel like I would favor him if the fight does extend. He's the longer guy, taller guy, younger guy, fresher guy. Definitely got more motivation coming into this matchup. I think it's Teixeira. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, oddly enough, I flip-flop on this just because of how bad Derek Lewis fought last. And he knocked out Teixeira. Derek Lewis has an overhand right hand at this point, and that's it. And Teixeira walked right into it. And anybody can get knocked out by Derek Lewis. It is what it is. But it's like the arrogance of him coming into that fight thinking that it wasn't going to happen is crazy. Ty's fought tall guys before. He's fought a lot of tall guys in the division. And obviously for the UFC, for the marketability, Tai winning would be huge. Tai winning, getting a knockout in Australia, Shui, the whole 9 yards. Being 1-5 in the UFC heavyweight division for Tai Tuivasa, that's a new contract, right? 1-5 doesn't mean nothing. That's a new contract. I don't see it happening though. I see Teixeira just staying from the outside. I think the loss kind of maybe woke him up a little bit. He knows what Tai Tuivasa is going to do. He's going to throw some big overhand rights, pretty quick for his size as well. I just think Teixeira stay long, 83-inch reach, and get the thing done here. I mean, maybe not look for the knockout. The knockout will probably come. It's not like Ty's some big cardio machine as well. He throws hard enough and enough in rounds 1 and 2 that he will be tired by 3. He also has no defense as well. He's typically wearing it by the end of the fight. And the fact that he's been off for so long, was as heavy as he was, cutting weight for this fight against a pretty good young fighter, doesn't bode well for Ty, unfortunately. I'm gonna go Teixeira here. Teixeira by KO. I don't know when he's gonna get it done. I really would like to pick a round, but I'm gonna go Teixeira KO, which probably isn't that great if we're being honest. Yeah, I mean it's
like minus 167. Yeah,
minus one. Okay, I was gonna say it's. Oh wow, on BetMG or Bet365 it's minus 190. Whew. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to get to. Maybe I'll just pick a round, but Teixeira.
Ty's still tough, man. He still wants to hang in there. But chat, let me know if you want to hear a little story about me and the Tai Tuivasa experience.
I do, because I brought him up last week and maybe in a derogatory way, and you immediately defended him. You said, "Whoa, bro, no Ty bashing on the pod." So I got to hear it, bro.
Ty was like one of my favorite fighters when he was on his run.
Okay.
Because he'd be like near pick him every fight. I bet on him and he'd get big KOs, right? He was on a 5-fight winning streak. And when he fought Derek Lewis, this was like my prime drinking days, right? I don't really drink that much anymore, but these are my prime drinking days. He's fighting Derek Lewis, and I'm at the bar, getting hammered, right? And
getting lit.
Yeah, this is like the prime Tuivasa era. And so we're getting hyped up for this Tuivasa fight. I got money on him. He's a plus 180 dog to the Black Beast. We got to fucking fire this shit up, right? So we start doing shoeys at the bar. And I got these white Air Force Ones. And they're made of like this like fly knit material.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like leather. And I'm pouring Twisted Teas into these shoeys.
Yeah.
I'm doing them at the bar. And the first one I do, I realize, fuck, dude, like I just did that in my own shoe. So now I have to wear this wet shoe. Yeah. And so I wear them and I get my socks drenched, right? So then my socks are drenched. So I take my socks off. And then we're like, we got to do another one. We got to do more. That's just what you do at a bar. You just do more, right? So I'm barefoot in my Air Force Ones. And nobody's going to give me their shoe because their shoe is going to be wet then. So I'm like, well, I got to do it in my own shoe. Like I got to do it again. So I take my shoe off. So then I'm barefoot at a bar doing the shoey.
Yeah.
Do it again. Put my shoes back on. 20 minutes later, we do another one. I'm taking them off. Do another one. So I got my bare feet on the disgusting bar floor. Going back into my shoes, and then I'm pouring a drink into my shoe, and then I'm doing the shoey, and then we're about 4 shoeys deep. Then the Ty fight comes on, and he knocks him out. So just imagine how many more shoeys.
Yeah, bro.
It was, looking back on it, the most disgusting thing I think I've probably ever done in my life.
So let me ask you this question.
But
Did you or someone else spit in the shoe too?
No.
Okay. No. That is what grosses me out. No. I did a shoe in Anakin, Florida. I didn't spit in or anything. I just chugged a beer out of this last beer I ever drank. Chugged it right out of the shoe or whatever. But the spitting, you're supposed to have someone else spit in it. That's oof. I can't do that, bro.
Dude, I mean, I was sauce, but like
I can imagine.
I was still there. Like they're Twisted Teas, right? But like I can vividly remember being on stage, pouring the shoey in with my white Air Force One that is now brown.
Yeah.
And all the chicks looking at us doing these shoeys, and they're just disgusted.
Sure.
They're literally like dry heaving. And I'm like, no, Tai Tuivasa is gonna fight for the fucking title next. And then he goes and fights Cyril Gane and almost knocks him out. It was a crazy time, but yeah, it didn't happen in this time, Ty.
Have you ever met Ty?
No,
You
I
never
wish
met
I
him?
could. I mean, he looks like a fun guy, but
Yeah, seems like a fun guy.
Teixeira it is. Immune system
Shares.
booster.
Love you, Ty.
I mean, this
Immune
was
system-
like
yeah.
during COVID too. Like this is
Wow.
2022. Like not dead COVID, but like
But I mean, COVID still. Yeah, that's. I'm not a germaphobe by any means, but I used to wear back in when I was younger, being an old guy. A lot of guys wore flip flops a lot, right? Flip flops, with fucking khaki shorts and all that shit, right? The prep look. And I can't believe I wore flip flops all these places I used to go to. I mean, I wasn't technically barefooted, but I was. Oh, that grosses me the fuck out. And you're barefooted in a bar, which is
it was gross. It was gross. It was at Red Rock in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yep. Shout out. Is that the same Red Rock that is connected to the Vegas Red Rock?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I've been cool if it was.
At least Ty won that fight, and the chicks got to see Ty do it.
Did you after Ty won, the chicks were like, "Fucking, I dig this dude now. Check this fucking."
No, the worst part is I was watching on my phone because they didn't have.
They didn't have the TV. God damn.
Nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
I'm just drinking twisted teas out of a fucking shoe. I look like an idiot.
Damn.
All right, let's move on from the Shui Vasa experience. We got Rafael Fiziev coming in at plus 105, taking on Mauricio Hufi. Sit down minus 125. Hufi coming off the loss to BSD. Fiziev coming off the win to Ignacio Bahamondes. It's going to be a good fight, BP. Who you got?
Yeah, I lean heavily on Fiziev here. Plus 105. I like it. Hufi, obviously, regency bias. He didn't look good against BSD. He got exposed. His striking, is great. But sometimes, even before the BSD fight, he doesn't throw enough for me, right? And if you look at Fiziev, besides Justin Gaethje, this dude does really well against strikers. Like, he is a really good striker himself. He teaches a lot of Muay Thai over in Thailand. I believe he lives in Thailand. The kid is nasty, even though he's a smaller guy. Compared to Hufi, he's got some nasty stuff. Kicks are phenomenal. I mean, I think his chin, I wish it was better a little bit. Still not chinny, I would say, but he can get put down. Hufi left the Fight Nerds, moved to New Hampshire, and then did this camp with Volk. So not really sure where his home base is at. Obviously, he said he went to the Volk camp to work some grappling. Obviously, much needed after the BSD fight. And Fiziev, don't get you wrong, he took down Justin Gaethje twice his last time out in that fight. This guy has some good wrestling. He is strong. He could get on the arms there, body lock takedown on a taller guy here. I like Fiziev at the plus money. I think his range is really good. I mean, Hufi gets compared to prime Conor McGregor with the wide stance, almost the karate style stance that he has, but again, he just doesn't do enough. He's very violent. His punches are great, his kicks are good, but there's just not enough there. And I think Fiziev can see everything coming with Hufi. Kick up the legs, grapple if he wants. I mean, second fight of the year, second card of the year, excuse me. And I'm really excited about an underdog here in Fiziev. I know it's plus 105 and it's barely an underdog. It's a low puppy dog, but I like it here, man. I love it. I think Fiziev's get a decision on him. I don't know if he can get Rufi out of there. I don't think he's got the submission game. Rufi seems to be pretty tough unless he's chinny that we don't know about, which I don't think he is. I like Fiziev here. And hopefully a fun fight. Hopefully these boys let it go and scrap it out. But I like Fiziev plus money big time.
Yeah, BP coming in with the underdog picks tonight. I mean, I can't knock you, right? Fiziev at plus money in a striking match against a striker kind of makes sense. But I did pick Rufi. I'm not really confident in either side, though. I think it just comes down to if Rufi can land the bigger shots. Mm-hmm. I also like just the youth on Rufi's side. I know Fiziev's only 32, but he's got a lot of wear and tear on the engine, considering he's had a ton of Muay Thai fights in his life. And
his knee blew out like not that long ago, too. Yeah.
The knees is a problem. So I lean towards Rufi, but I don't think I'm going to bet it because I would struggle to take a striker, like lay chalk on a striker against Fiziev. Because if Fiziev's on, like he's going to be the better minute winner here. Mm-hmm. But I just struggle thinking like Rufi doesn't land some big shots on Fiziev. But Fiziev could also land some big shots on Rufi. So I get the underdog shot. I'm really not a passionate guy on this fight. I just know it's going to be a good fight, probably mainly a striking match. I like that Rufi went to Australia for a long time, or at least he gets acclimated to the
right. Yeah, he's been in there for, probably over a month, I think they said.
Yeah, and if anyone is like saying that he left the Fighting Nerds. He didn't leave the Fighting Nerds.
Okay, correct me. What do you do? What happened?
He's just in Australia training with Volk because the head coach of the Fighting Nerds, Pablo Sucupira, whatever.
Okay.
He can't travel to Australia because he has like a little kid.
Okay.
So he has to stay in the States, and he had Silva fighting last week.
Gotcha.
So he didn't.
I guess I got some bad Twitter info. I thought when because I knew he moved to New Hampshire to start school, and it was going to be a branch of Fighting Nerds, and then he was going to do camps in Brazil, and then when he went to Australia, people were like, "Oh, he's gone." But good info there, so I don't spread false information.
I think he's got most of his regular corner just outside of the head coach.
Okay,
Pablo being there, but. Should be a good fight. Sorry, boys, I couldn't really give you a passionate take on that one, but I'm not going to fake it,
Don't fake it unless you make it. Oh, this is good.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Co-main event. I'm on my headphones right now. Co-main event. Lightweight bout. We got Dan Hooker taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. Coming in at minus 350. Hooker plus 285. Hooker coming off the loss to Arman Tsarukyan gets submitted in round 2. Benoit Saint-Denis coming off the 16-second KO over Beneil Dariush. Another submission victory before that to the aforementioned Mauricio Ufi. And a submission win over Kyle Prepelic. I am excited for this one. This should be a violent fight. And we got a big favorite in Benoit Saint-Denis. Do you think there's any chance the underdog springs the upset here again? Your big dog picker this tonight.
I am. Someone said I'm picking all the dogs. I didn't even realize that. No, I'm not on Dan Hooker's side. Of course, I think Dan Hooker has a shot. I think Benoit Saint-Denis is a really good round 1 fighter. He is slowly starting to be a pretty good round 2 fighter. He's tough as dirt, tough as nails. He's starting to really figure his game out. His game isn't stand and bang. It's to hit you on the feet as much as I can before I take you down, and then take you down and grapple fuck you. And Dan Hooker has done that. His last fight, he got taken down and got grapple fucked. He's been grapple fucked in the past as well. So Dan Hooker obviously probably knows what's coming here. He's coming off back-to-back training camps because the Tsarukyan fight wasn't that long ago. So I like that. He's going to be in prime shape here. He's going to have to drag a war out of Saint-Denis. He's going to have to survive round 1, survive second or early second round, and I think Benoit will tire. He's a bull in there. He goes a little hard. No matter how good your cardio is, if you don't manage it in those first 2 rounds, you're going to slow down. I think Dan Hooker can slowly take over there. He's got some decent power. I wouldn't say he's got one punch power, but he's got some great knees up the middle. He's obviously long for the division. I just think Benoit Saint-Denis is going to get it done here, minus 350. It's a big chalky play. I know it. But I just think Saint-Denis, it has the game plan and has the formula to beat Dan Hooker. I think Dan Hooker, back-to-back technically grapplers. I know Benoit Saint-Denis is an exciting fighter, but a blood and guts guy. But back-to-back grapplers for Dan Hooker. After this, they need to give him like a striker at 155. Let him fucking headline the Meta Apex and fucking get that done. But give me Benoit Saint-Denis, which I said right there. I said even in his French American accent, Benoit Saint-Denis. Minus 350. He gets it done. I like him by submission as well, but I'm going to take the double chance because I can see him TKOing Dan too. I can see Dan being like, I'm not tapping. I'm not submitting anymore. I've worked my jiu-jitsu, get out position on the ground and get fucking beat up a little bit. So I'll double chance it, but I like Benoit Saint-Denis.
Mad Max says he might a little worried it might turn out like the Poirier fight.
Oh, okay.
Benoit via finish.
Shawnee likes finish. You're nuts, lunatic.
What did lunatic say? My nuts to think Hooker might win this.
Ooh, I mean, not nuts. I haven't seen a lot of people picking Hooker. I'm curious to see what Hayden has to say. But
yeah, I mean, I think Hooker could maybe find a KO, but I'm not like that confident in it, man. I don't know that Hooker really. I mean, he's always down to scrap, but I just don't really know that he's down to like compete at a high level. The fact that he took this fight directly after the Tsarukyan fight, and I watched an interview with him. I think it was on Helwani's show. And he said he didn't even know who the opponent was. He just said, "Give me a fight for the Australia card."
Yeah, he didn't want to travel. He's like, "Fuck yeah." Well, he kind of travels from New Zealand, but really not.
Yeah, he's like, "Just give me the fight." And then he found out it was Benoit Saint-Denis, and I'm like, "Dude, I would probably want to know if I'm signing on the dotted line to fight Benoit Saint-Denis
for sure."
I mean, Hooker could spring the upset here with a finish, but BSD's fucking tough. He is tough, and I think he's gonna do what he does, which is like just barrage, close the distance, beat you up in the clinch, drag you down. and then work his ground game from there. I will say this. I mean, Hooker's got a nasty guillotine. I mean, he does have a nasty guillotine. Almost got Arman Tsarukyan with it. Was it that close? Not really, but he did threaten with it. He threatened Gamrot with it a bunch. The real difference here between the Gamrot fight and the Tsarukyan fight was the actual capabilities once you have the fight on the ground. Tsarukyan can finish on the ground. Gamrot can't. Benoit Saint-Denis can finish on the ground. Gamrot can't. So I think Benoit Saint-Denis, if he can get this fight to the ground, he can finish. But he's got to get it there. If he is shooting those sloppy takedowns, you know, the guillotines that Poirier put out there, they did make him think twice about it. You know, it kind of slowed him down in some aspects. I think there was that one right before the KO where he shot it. He pulled the guillotine to like get him off of him, and then he landed the KO. So Benoit's got to mind his P's and Q's. He's got to look for his entries. But I think he really just beats him up in the clinch here because he's a long, lengthy guy. And at range, he's not going to have like a ton of success. But if he can keep the range, it's where he wants to be. But the thing with BSD is he never allows you to keep the range. He's just going to
I don't think he's ever taken a backward step unless he's hurt. I mean, this guy just forward.
Come forward. Hooker's kind of accepting of the back foot and play that way. And when your back's up against the cage against BSD, it's not good.
Which I never like with a taller fighter. I mean, Hooker's taller than most of these guys in this division, and he's always willing to take the back foot, which not my favorite thing. Dan Hooker by submission is plus 600 if you want to sprinkle in that for maybe a possible gilly. But listen, I like Dan Hooker. I think winner. I'm not a great matchmaker. I've fully admitted that, but I think the winner's got to fight Patty down the road, right? Let Patty heal up. Patty and Hooker's got some things. BSD is on the rise. Patty just lost the title. I mean, he's not going to get to Poirier or Tsarukyan anytime soon. Let one of these guys fight Patty down the road. I think that'd be a good matchup for
Hooker and Patty would be a good matchup.
Yeah.
If you're laying BSD at minus 350, just take fight to not go the distance at minus 250. I kind of agree with you.
Ullman.
I did lay not minus 350 on BSD, but I did put him in a parlay. But I do agree. I like the fight to not go the distance or the straight under 2.5.
Yeah.
A little bit better than the money line at this point. Hooker's the greatest lightweight intro into the top 10 into the division. He's so long with big leg reach. He does have a fucking lengthy.
He uses his reach well. He just doesn't throw enough at distance. It's funny to be real telling you see on BSD. I think so too, Mad Max. I think this is going to really tell kind of where BSD can go at this division. Not saying Dan Hooker is really kind of a benchmark or what do they call it? A gatekeeper necessarily, but he's definitely fought some of the top guys. It'll be interesting if Benoit get out there and especially finish him. It'd be impressive if he does.
Fight him by sub, good call. I actually do like that. I think we got a little shot on that a little bit later, but Hooker just cut weight in November. That's the only thing that scares me. Yeah. I mean, the fact that Hooker ever made 145 is
crazy,
like, dude. What the fuck? That's ridiculous.
He did it early in his career, then went to 55, and then went back. And I remember when he went back, he's like, he fought Arnold Allen. He's like, I'm not doing that ever again. Well, I mean, why, dude? You're crazy.
All right, moving on to the main event. Before we get into this main event breakdown, please hit the like button for us. We only got 44 likes. We got over 350 people in the live.
Let's go, babes.
Likes. Let's get the likes up. Everyone hit the like button for me right now, and we'll hop into this main event breakdown. The rematch. Alexander Volkanovski comes in at minus 145. Diego Lopes sitting at plus 125. Volkanovski hasn't fought anybody since he beat Diego Lopes 49-46 last, what was that? Last April.
Yeah,
Diego Lopes gets the KO over John Silva. So he does have a win since fighting Volkanovski. The rematch that I don't think anyone really wanted, but I can tell you right now, which should be a good fight, right? Like, I mean, I've never watched a Diego Lopes fight and been disappointed in the actual fight. I think the first fight was decent, and I think that was probably the most boring fight of Diego Lopez's career. Maybe the Dan Ige one, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on with that one. I'm interested to hear what you got to say, BP. I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah, so I'm on Lopes. I'm not going to bury the lead. I like Lopes. Another underdog. Chalk it up for the boy. Volkanovski's rematch ability is pretty great, though. That is something I've been keeping an eye on. He rematches really well. I mean, the third Max fight, it was a shutout, right? Diego in the first fight, I thought froze. I thought the big lights got to him. I thought he wasn't aggressive enough that he should have been. He did drop Volk later in the fight. He did hit him. He came to his own in that 5th round. But early on, it was weird. He just really wasn't himself. Diego Lopez's chin is phenomenal. Volkanovski hit him with everything, and Diego was fine. John Silva hit him with everything, and Diego took it, right? Like, this dude can take a shot. You got to have comfort of that. I'm not saying walk with your hands down, but take a little more chances when you have a chin like that. And Volkanovski hasn't really knocked anybody out in a long time. So if I'm Diego Lopez, I'm the aggressor in this fight. Alexander Volkanovski will play on his back foot. He's got side-to-side movements really good. He blitzes in, blitzes out. He counters really well. He can mix in wrestling when he wants to. Not sure he wants to do that with Lopez because Lopez on the ground is pretty good. But yeah, I just think I've rewatched the first fight several times, and if this was Volkanovski at a little bit younger in his career, I think Volk could maybe win a decision and win this fight again, maybe a little bit more impressively. I mean, 49-46 is a pretty goddamn good scorecard, but I think he maybe would sweep him, 50-45, skunk him. But I think Lopez gets it done. I think Lopez gets it done by knockout. I think Volk's going to get caught here, and I think he's going to get put out. Don't see it. Maybe a club and sub because the Diego apparently jiu-jitsu is out of this world. Maybe get clipped, fall into a choke or something. I just see Lopez clipping Volkanovski, and I think this opens up 145 hugely because you got Diego Lopez who wants to stay active. Lerone Murphy should be in this spot. Morsov Evelev, who's boring, should be in this spot. Evelev has history with Lopez. Lopez has been wanting that fight forever. So I think if Lopez wins, it opens 145 up. I like Volk a lot. The guy makes a ton of money outside the UFC. And I think he'll be okay if he loses. But give me Diego Lopez. Give me him by knockout. And I think it should be a fun fight as long as it lasts.
Is Volk a corpse? Is he the corpse of the week?
No, there's no corpse. I'm not doing that. I don't see any corpses on this card so far. I mean, maybe Junior Tafa, but he's a little too young to be a corpse. But no, I don't see him being a corpse.
Well, everybody in the chat, don't go anywhere after we give this breakdown because we still got some segments to come. Emptied the clip. We got 3-punch parlay and some sicko parlays for you. So we got some bets coming after this breakdown. But I'll start with this, man. I think it's a tough fight to see how it goes. Like, I don't know that you can make a clean prediction because rematches rarely go the way that they first did. Mm-hmm. I mean, recent memory, we got Merab versus Jan. Merab outclassed him the first fight, and Jan outclassed him the second fight. Pereira, Ankalaev. Ankalaev won the first fight by close decision. Pereira runs through him the second fight. Just think deeper. Mm-hmm. Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling. Petr Yan was destroying Aljo. And then they rematch. Aljo, huge underdog, goes in there and gets it done. The thing that's throwing me off here is the betting line because Volkanovski was a -150 favorite the first time they fought. And he outclassed him. Outclassed him 49-46. Got caught with one punch in round 2. So why isn't the line higher, man? I don't know why the line isn't higher, and that makes me take a little bit of a pause.
Okay. Smell a rat line. Huh?
Yeah, it smells like a fucking rat. Smells like an absolute rat. And it's not even like Volkanovski opened as a huge favorite and then got bet down. They opened him up at -150. Right. The exact same line that they had the first fight. That tells me they're banking on Volkanovski being older. They're banking on Diego Lopez making some adjustments, whether he's going to look to grapple in this one or he just fights different than he did the first time. I think we can all say Diego Lopez could be a little bit more aggressive in this one than he was in the first fight because he took all of Volk's punches. He got hit with a couple big punches, but it wasn't like he was ever knocked down or down and out. Like he looked fine. He took all of John Silva's punches. I will say this though, watching the fight with John Silva and Diego on the feet, I didn't really see like a ton of like progression to like his striking. He's still there to be hit. He could still club with some shots, but that spinning back elbow I don't see that happening against Volkanovski because Silva's out there like a rabid dog, and Volkanovski's not going to fight with his ego like that. So the weird thing for me is just where the line is. But then you also have to think about motivation. Volkanovski was very motivated to get his belt back after he got knocked out by Topuria. And now he's got it back. And that was Diego Lopez's first 5-round fight in the UFC. That was Diego Lopez's first chance at the title. So he's got a lot more motivation coming in here to not only win the title, but beat the guy that outclassed him 9 months prior. So I think it's Diego Lopez or pass, man. I think if you're going to take a shot on the fight, I think you go with Diego Lopez to get a finish, because I do think it would be tough for him to win a decision against Volkanovski. It's not going to happen. The thing that's tough for me to kind of pull the trigger on Diego is Volk has only lost to one guy ever in the weight class.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking Ilia Topuria. Like,
right.
And outside the weight class, it's Islam Makhachev. So, I mean,
sure.
Those are two of the literal two best fighters on the planet. I'm going to take Diego. I picked Diego, but
hesitation. Yeah, I like that. That to me screams this fight's going to fuck. I think this fight will deliver, right? I mean, Volk could get starts in round 1, or it could go 5 and then be fucking tits out. I like your hesitation though. Like I'm more of a all in kind of guy, but you are more cerebral, which I like. We need to have that between us, and I like that a lot.
It's an interesting one, man. I did see Lopez to get a knockdown at like plus 140.
I like that.
It might be the better play.
The way Volk moves so much is almost like Dominic Cruz at the end of his career. Dominic Cruz will get dropped because he's on his heels. I mean, he got clipped, but Volk moves so much, you get caught in the end of the punch when you're moving back or forward or whatever, side to side. I mean, you don't have your feet under, you go down. Michael Bisping's talked about that extensively on his podcast, which I thought was really interesting. So knockdown, I think Volk's get knocked down for sure.
Yeah, if anything, if you got to go money line, I think you go Diego. But if you're going to play him, I'd rather play him inside the distance, probably early on,
Pin by knockouts plus 325, but Volk by knockouts only plus 375. I thought that'd be way higher. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. All right, what do you say, BP? Should we make some parlays?
Let's make some parlays, babe.
0 for 1 on the empty the clip for BP.
It's okay.
Here, kind of look for some revenge. Who are we going with?
Well, this is almost embarrassing for me to do this. Hold on, let me. I don't even know who I picked. If I'm being honest with you. Hang on, bro.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, go put it on the screen because I forgot who I picked. Okay, it's here. I almost said Ben won't say Denis. I forgot who I picked. No, listen, it was between 3 guys for me. It was Lopez, Hayjive, or BSD. Those are the 3 guys I'm most confident in. The 3 final fights of the card. And BSD's a little too high, and Hayjive is fighting a guy who I don't know enough about yet in Hoofy. Hoofy can win. I think Lopez is primed to take this spot here. I think the UFC knows he's in a phenomenal shape. He's big for the division. And Volk, again, Hayden mentioned it, the motivation. He doesn't really have one foot out, I would say. But if he loses, he's done. He's retired. Like, he's already kind of admitted that. So that's already in his head, right? I think he's going to come out. He's going to give it the best shot. I just think Lopez is going to get it done. So he's got to be my empty the clip. He's going to be my darling. And if since it's plus money, it's even sweeter. The chat's bouncing around. They're a little up and down. I mean, I see a lot of Lopez love, see a lot of Volk love. Again, that's how you know it's going to be a phenomenal fight. I'm excited for this card. Australia pay-per-views are usually hit or miss. Name value wise, it's not off the charts, but I do think we got some fucking winners in here and some really good fights as well.
Little plus money. Empty the clip on the plus money, BP?
Why not, bud? Let's dance a little bit.
It's an underdog night for BP. He's going to fucking empty the clip on the underdog. All right, let's go to mine. I'm in sights. I got the name tag on. Who are we emptying the clip on this Saturday? BP, I got to tell you, all right? So I played a lot of sports when I was young, right?
Sure.
And, high school, college. And I'm thinking like, these coaches that I got, pretty risky guys, right? This is their jobs. This is their livelihood. And they're trusting 18, 20-year-old kids to go out there and perform so they can keep their fucking job.
I know this is.
And I said that there's no way I will ever be a coach for a high school or college as like my main profession. I can't trust 18-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids to go on there and perform for me.
Of course.
When my job's on the line, this is my livelihood. But when it comes to betting on MMA.
Yeah.
I like my fucking 20-year-olds. All right.
Yeah. I know it.
Sulang.
There he is, baby.
Bring out the fucking Rangbo. Bang,
Love
bang,
it.
bang. Sulang Rangbo. Empty the fucking clip on Sulang Rangbo. Money line, KO, KO1, KO2, whatever you want to do.
I love it.
This Chinese dude, he's going to go in there and fucking put Lawrence Liu into a fucking body bag, all right?
See you, Lawrence Liu.
Don't let the face fool you, all right? This guy's a killer. This guy's a fucking killer. He's been trained since he was 3 years old, all right? Before he could fucking walk, he was throwing punches, all right? Sulang Rangbo, empty the fucking clip. Empty the fucking clip. What do we think?
Empty it, babe. Chat, what we got here? What we got? Out of all the fighters I tape studied for Road to the UFC, this kid jumped out of me like nobody's business. His striking is slick and smooth.
He's nice. We'll see if the 20-year-old cashes in for me. Now we got the 3-punch parlay. We got one leg from BP. We got one leg from me. And we got one leg from the winner of last week's giveaway.
Tanner Jones.
Thank you, BP. Leg number 1, BP. It's going with Benoit Saint-Denis.
I went a little chalky, boys. I do apologize. I was a weak leg. I mean, we went one. Hayden was the only one that hit last week in our 3PC parlay. So I need a winner, and I do think he's going to win. He's again one of my 3 most confident plays. So give me Benoit Saint-Denis. Yeah,
3-punch parlay is 0-1. So we got to bounce back here. And I'm throwing Rangbo in there. Minus 250.
I love it. It worked for you last week, bro, when you double down your guys.
Right? We got to have something in there, right?
Yeah.
And Tanner, he's going with Sal killed inside the distance, minus 385. Now it's plus 129. It's 3-leg parlay, but it's plus money, eh? It's plus money. We could cash this little bankroll builder. We take some heavy chalk. We roll into Saturday. We cash it. We go into next week.
Mm-hmm.
We got UFC Vegas 113. We got the Super Bowl. We got a little bit of an extra bankroll. All right. There's your 3-punch parlay.
Chip in the chair, boys. You ain't gotta hit a jackpot every time. We're just chipping away.
Chip away at it. Shout out to Tanner Jones. Sal killed inside the distance, minus 385. You better fucking get it done. All right. If it comes down to that, I mean, I'll be pissed. But sicko parlay. God, 10-1 odds are higher. BP is an absolute fucking sicko. What do we got this week, BP?
I gotta be honest with you. I love my sicko parlay. I loved it last week though. But yeah, Lopes KO plus 325, Fiziev decision plus 180, and we got Benoit Saint-Denis double chance KO sub minus 135, 1971 plus 1971 on you, almost 2,000 to 1. That's how we do it here. These are all confident plays. These are all this bet. The only bet I've played so far is this one right here. When I was building that, I said, yeah, fucking fire away right now, dude. Sent it to Hayden. I love this spot. Almost 20 to 1 here. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm distracted by that fucking little person picture of me. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I took a picture of it. I gotta send it to my wife, get her real excited. But yes, no, give me that, baby. I'm a sicko.
I mean, if they all win, like that's how they win, right? Lopes.
I mean, Lopes maybe could win a decision. The chat said that. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's the only way they could win. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. I love it. I love for a fucking 20 to 1. I fucking love it. Yeah, it's the best graphic ever. It's fucking absolutely money. I need to start wearing gold chains, dude. That's the best.
BSD feels like a trap.
I felt that earlier in the week. I felt BSD was kind of a trap, but man, Dan Hooker's let me down so much that I had to go with the safer pick.
Yeah, BSD's locked in, man. He's got a new coach. He's got the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once upon a time, I said that guy would be Islam Makhachev.
But you said that before?
Okay. BSD would be Islam.
I've said way worse, bro. I had a $100 bet with my buddy that Ryan Bader. This is. I might lose my fucking street cred. I had a bet that my to my buddy that $100 bet that Ryan Bader would end his career better than John Jones. Yeah, this is after they fought. This is after Jones beat him. I said, "Don't worry, they're going to fight again, and it's going to be fucking Ryan Bader." I'm telling you, Ryan Bader's going to be better than John Jones. That has been said. I lost $100. I mean, I've said that out of my fucking mouth. It's pathetic, I know, but listen, we're honest here. We're honest people.
Fun fact about Ryan Bader: the only time I've ever bet 10 units, was Renan Fajeda versus Ryan Bader.
Smart man.
I had 10 units on Renan Fajeda, and it took him 30 seconds to get me my 10-unit win, which is pretty awesome.
Smart man, dude.
Looking back on it, I'm like, wow, that was a little bit risky, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, my biggest play ever was 6 units, and it was Izzy versus Jan. So, and I was on Izzy, so I obviously lost that. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt bad, bro. I was confident. I was confident. It was rough. Let's see your sicko.
All right, my sicko lay. 10-1 odds or higher. First leg, we're going BSD and the under 2.5 rounds. Okay. So not BSD inside of this. We're gonna get that number down to a -110. He's gonna finish him within 2.5 rounds. Leg number 2. We're going Cam Rousen to win in round 1 or 2. -112. So we're going right around pick him for the first 2 legs. We got to juice it up a little bit for the third leg. And honestly, I was really struggling to find like a solid ball.
It's a tough card to do this. Yeah.
Because there's do you really want to trust like a Billy Ellicana to get a submission? Like, right. Do you want to trust, do you want to take Taliesin Teixeira at -167 by KO? Like, not really. It's not going to juice it up. So we need something to juice it up. Diego Lopes in the under 2.5 rounds.
Wow. That's a good number for the under, too. Wow.
350. So overall, we're scraping a little over 15-1, +15, 33. Like it's not as big as BP's again, but if we hit that Rouse in round 1-2, we go to the co-main, BSD gets it done, then we got a nice ticket on Diego Lopes to get it done in the under 2.5 rounds. So.
Are you a Sonic the Hedgehog? Are you a hedger, or do you let it ride always?
No, unless it's like real big money,
sure,
like life-changing money. Like, like if it's a win for like $10,000 or more, then I might hedge a little bit. Sure. Like I'll probably hedge out for like 1,000, like to guarantee I win like 1,000.
Yeah,
but other than that, like, nah, I'm not much of a hedger, and I've never cashed anything out in my life.
Really? Yeah, I've never cashed anything out in my life. I have hedged. People get DM me all the time. That's like one of the big like betting advices I get. Dude, look at this parlay. Should I hedge? Should I would? Yeah. And I always just tell them to let it ride. But honestly, there's no. I mean, I know people look down on people that hedge, but sometimes like I've hedged. I've done it. Fucking. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Never cashed out, but I have hedged.
Hedge is always the better way to do it, in my opinion.
For sure.
Like cashing out is kind of like the lazy way to do it.
Yeah.
Lazy bet MMA. Not the first time BP has heard it's not as big as his.
Ayo!
Ryan cashed out his Modi B ticket. I bet he wishes he did.
I fucking wish I did, bro. Staring at that thing, just come on, do something. What that famous meme? Why do something?
Go around the octagon not doing anything. I'm like, this is exactly why I've never been a Modi B guy.
He couldn't throw a straight punch. I'm like, bro, Nikita Krylов's head's here, and you're throwing here and here. Just fucking straighten something up.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, every time that they would throw, I'm like, holy shit, Krylov's chin is way in the air.
It's right
and he just couldn't find it. He couldn't find it.
It was right there. I kept screaming like, bro, it straightened. And his corner was telling him. I heard his corner in that. Straighten your punches up. And it's like, where were we at? Yeah, he deserved to lose that fight. Fuck him. Fuck him. He's in the graveyard. Him and Jimmy Crute. Graveyard.
Good night. All right, boys. Want to remind you want to get your picks in. Put them on 3-punch combo. Use code BIGJIVE. Get you a free month. And if you're top 3 most profitable handicapper of the week, then you will get a Zoom call with the man, the myth, the legend, Chase the Dream Hooper.
I'm jealous of that. I got it. I had that. There's a burning question I got to ask Chase Hooper. So I wish I was on that Zoom call. Go to 3PC. Use the code BIGJIVE. Let's fucking chat with the man, Chase Hoops.
Here's where you're going to go. I haven't put my picks in, but actually, I'm not going to do it now. But there's your put your picks in. If you actually have nuts, you'll put your picks in for every single fight and not just a few. All right?
Do it.
You actually got some nuts on you every single fight. That's what I do. That's what Big Gun does. Mm-hmm. And hopefully you'll be at the top of the leaderboard on 3PC and also get access to all the great forums going on there. I forgot to go over this one, but we got some action here going on with Towson to share. We got some big boys weighing in.
Yeah.
Ken Flo
in the chat.
Flo.
Naz.
Fucking Wolf. I mean, we got, holy shit.
I think Vaughn is he does all his stuff via AI. He posted his whole fucking computer algorithm. Wow. That dude posted the whole code he uses. Golly.
Wow. I mean, that is a hell of a breakdown. If you're looking for that big of a breakdown on Tuivasa Teixeira, shout out to Vaughn. And then, of course, we got a couple other legends in the building. Russ, John Pork. John Pork's in there. The contender himself.
I mean, you got to have John Pork in there.
All right, boys. Appreciate y'all for watching tonight. That's going to do it for the show. Hit the like button for me before we hop out of here. Subscribe to the channels if you're not already. And BP, got any last words for the viewers?
I mean, it's a little bit of the elephant in the room. I've been seeing a lot of people rally behind me after the Anakin Florian thing. I'm not going to get petty. I'm not going to go negative. Kind of said my piece already on Twitter, but the support that you've given me in the comments and on 3PC and just DMing me in general, I've had a lot of really big people in the industry DM me that was really cool to see the support for your boy. I love it, guys. You guys are awesome. But, bigger and better things here with Hayjive. The real gamblers, the real cappers, the real guys who love this sport. And we're going to take this shit to the moon, baby. So I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, boys. Instead of the 15 minutes of BP on Annex Pod, we get 2 hours of BP.
Every week, baby. Every week.
Sometimes more is better,
That's true. More is better.
More is better. Appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend. Good luck to you on the fights. Till next time, Hayjive and Big Gun.